Yo, yo,
Yo, I had this ready to go and you just stitched me up. Oh, now it's all just gone to pot.
The virtual pub.
Right, let's start again. Start the show again. Starting again from now.
We can't go outside, we've got to stay in. If together we fight, then this thing will win. So grab yourself a beer, and grab yourself some grub, and sit down with us at the virtual pub.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another show here on the Virtual Pub. This pub's got fire. No, it hasn't. I always call it This Pub's Got Fire, don't I?
Fire in the pub.
Fire in the pub, mate. Fire in the pub. Friday night's new exclusive show here on the Virtual Pub.
Pub. Yo, Mitch
pub,
Pike's
pub.
in.
Boom,
It's
we've
a
got people in
virtual pub
already.
exclusive.
Thanks for joining us for another wild Friday night here in the Virtual Pub.
Sorry
don't
it was a
forget
bit
to-
late.
Oh, yeah, that was not my fault.
Getting later and later, aren't we?
Yes, Kyle. Big up Kyle, locked in.
Yes. How's
Everyone
everybody
had a good
doing?
week? Yeah, you know, same old.
What have you been up to? I haven't spoken to you in days.
I know, it's been
Weird.
mental.
You got a new fella or something? Cheating on me.
Yeah,
It's
sorry,
done,
mate.
Sam. It's done.
Yeah, it's complicated, Luca. It's not you, it's me. There's just different things going on in my head these days.
We need to go on a break.
Yeah, I think I'll call it a break just to make it easier for you, and then. But ultimately, me and you are done, mate. We're over.
No,
I've got a new
I'm
man
the one.
in my life.
I'm the one that called it. I'm the one that said it was done,
Yeah.
not you.
Oh, Jez is in the comments. He'll do. I'll marry him instead. Still though, tonight should be good.
Yeah, it should be decent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We got OKP in the BG.
Yeah, his
background.
guest was incredible as well. Oh
Yeah,
man.
I just caught the end of the sound check there, but it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, super talent. Uber.
Ooh, cheeky.
I got all of the soundboard tonight.
Pretty much cheeky.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if any of the other lads are joining us tonight in terms of the landlords, but yeah, if not, it's Friday. We've all got a coffee. Yeah, we're gonna have a laugh. We're gonna have a good laugh.
A coffee or a copy?
A coffee.
I
It's,
ain't got a coffee.
No, me neither. I got a vodka.
What have you got? I got a JD.
All right, sweet. Yeah. How's your week been?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Good. Did you enjoy the start of the week off?
Ah, well, I needed it, man.
Yeah. It
Needed it.
felt
My
like
brain was fried.
yeah, me
Like
too.
4 weeks non-stop.
Yeah, it's been pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pretty
I think
crazy.
it's
Enjoyable.
been pretty good.
but yeah,
Nice to see
crazy.
people are still locking in as well.
Yeah, nice one, you lot. If you're watching us now and you want to spread this all over the world for us, the best thing you can do is click share down below and then start a watch party. And you watch the numbers in the top left-hand corner go mental because apparently that does some crazy thing to the algorithm.
Ooh, cheeky.
I'm going to use these all night tonight. It's a Virtual Pub exclusive.
It's a virtual pub exclusive.
Ah.
Mate, I'm on the ball with them. What's this one?
Stay at home, stay connected. The virtual pub.
So pro, isn't they? Go on, Johnny. Big up Johnny Finnis for sorting them out for us.
Absolute legend, mate.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. What about this one?
The virtual pub.
Great, isn't it? We've got a full deck of sounds.
Was that all of them?
I'm just going to change, just sorting this out. Just going to turn that up a little bit and that down a little bit and then see if that makes any difference. There's more. You've got one. Have you heard it?
No.
Oh, I'm going to have to dig it out. I'll get it ready for later on. It's like some mad like gypsy jazz tune and it goes El Capitan at the end. It's brilliant. And then there's
What?
Fix Up Brick Sharp. That one's genius. I still haven't got one, but that's fine. I'm not
Jazza
bothered.
said, watch party started, watch the numbers soar.
Boom. Well, we've gone up by 3 since Sharpie did that, so that's 10% of his friends on Facebook watching.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. What other sounds have we got? These are the ones that we need for tonight, isn't it?
Wait.
know you're gonna dig this.
And this one.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Deborah's calling me out on my vodka. That's all right. It's Friday night. We're in the pub. Yeah, if you're watching, first of all, let us know where you're tuned in from in the world, because we love it when we get international people, but we also love it when people are tuning in from just up the road in Taunton. If you want to watch us on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook and you prefer to be watching us on your big TV on the wall and that sort of thing, we like that sort of thing. So here's the link for the YouTube. And is that all the housekeeping that we usually do? I don't know. We're not professionals around here. We're all on the blag. Any sourdough happening, Luca? I'm always excited to hear about your bread.
Loads.
Yeah?
Loads of sourdough, yeah. Tons,
What are you making? 1 a day? 2 a day?
2 a day. I made one for the my mother-in-law and my mum today. I sent a parcel around to my mum and dad's house. I made them some cinnamon beignets and a loaf of sourdough, and they were buzzing.
What's a beignet?
A beignet is like a donut, but the mix is wetter, so it's lighter and fluffier.
Ooh, cheeky.
Yeah, really good.
Oh, wrong one.
Ooh, cheeky.
I think my glass is cracked.
Is
That's
that
dangerous.
Phineas that does all those voiceovers?
Yeah. Yeah, it's his voice on all of them as well. He makes them, but it's also his voice.
How
Listen.
to make his voice sound like
It's a virtual pub exclusive.
You can hear it's him, right?
No.
Can you not?
Ooh, cheeky.
He just cranks his compressor up and just goes, ooh, cheeky. I love it. He's got a good voice for that sort of stuff. He's just good at everything, isn't he? He's just one of those people that can do everything.
Yeah, he's better than us, isn't he?
Remember when he came on the show and he had a better setup than we did? He had his lights and everything.
I know, it's green screen.
He's not been on since that.
Yeah, it just came on to prove a point and then fucked off again.
Yeah. Right, Jez, have we forgotten any housekeeping before we bring Owen in? Let us know in the comments, because it's been so long since I've been on here that I've forgotten all the points that we talk about.
Isn't it?
We can't go outside, we got to stay in. The lyrics on that are actually genius as well. If together we fight.
I think it's
Can I
time to bring our main man in, I think.
Yeah, go on then. Watch this then. OK
Go on.
Pete on the MIC. It's Friday night and something that rhymes with Glee. Yes, bro. We got no audio,
No
Owen.
audio.
This is a weekly feature on the show. We bring Owen in, wait for him to close.
Oh, what? It's just me on my own. What's happened? I think something terrible's happened.
I was thinking about
What
telling Owen
happened
to
then?
refresh, and my brain just refreshed my screen. Well, it wasn't my brain; it was my fingers. But my fingers sent the signal to my hand. Yeah, you know that happened. Soz, hello Josie in the comments. Thanks for joining us.
The views went up massively then.
What, and then killed it again when I refreshed.
Yeah, ready? Watch. Look at them rise. Look at them rise.
If they actually do go up right now, I'm going to be fuming. Right,
Nah.
Owen's coming back. Owen's coming back.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Get your
Where's
wiggy
our-
pose out.
Where is our Owen?
Bloody love being backstage.
Where's our Owen?
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. At least we're entertaining until the guest comes along.
What did you think of Wagner last night?
Yeah, he's cool. He's mental though, isn't he?
Oh, he's off his head, mate. I couldn't watch the alien thing. Just like wrecked my head. I was
Really?
like, this guy's spinning me out.
Yeah, there was a few comments in people
He's
saying
like Ron
similar sort of
Jeremy, isn't
things.
he?
Yeah. I'll be honest. That's who I thought it was when he first came on.
Oh, that would have been even more impressive, to be fair, Ron Jeremy.
No,
There
it was
he
cool.
is.
Big up Chris for doing that. That was awesome.
Yes, you hear me now?
Yes. Oh, gee, we should have stitched him up and be like, no, I can't hear still.
What's that? What?
Do it again. This is a virtual pub exclusive, isn't it?
It's a virtual pub exclusive.
How's your week been, Owen?
Yeah, I didn't have a great week. I had a pretty low productive week.
Why's
Not
that?
really doing a lot. I don't know. I hit the ground running so hard the first couple of weeks that I think I needed a week like that really just to like
I feel
chill,
the same. Yeah.
play a lot of PlayStation, watch a lot of films, chill, enjoy the
Nice.
odd.
Nice.
Trying to be
You actually done
productive, but struggling.
Mate, you can't do it every day. You know what I mean?
Nah.
What you got in your posh glass this week?
In my posh little coffee cup, I have gin tonic, mate. Same as
Nice.
always.
Nice.
Consistent guy.
You're a bit of a gym boy, are you?
Yeah, I'm my mother's son. Yeah.
Does that come from just robbing her alcohol when you was a kid?
I think it's probably that was like the first like clear spirit that I got used to drinking. I remember drinking raspberry sambuca though when I went to uni, and that being that I can't drink sambuca, like, I can't, or ouzo or anything licorice.
Oh,
That's
Uzo. What about Pernod?
We used to love that,
Pernod.
didn't we?
some Pernod. Nah, I tell you what I do like though. I'm quite partial to like my mum's fella loves a Bailey's, and
Ooh.
like I love a Bailey's, but then
Bailey's
what
coffee,
you do,
man.
you take a Bailey's, you get pour like 100 ml of Bailey's with loads of ice and that, yeah. So like a big looks like a White Russian already, and then you chuck in like a shot of Southern Comfort, just 25 ml, and that is banging, mate. It's like all like cinnamon and nutmeg. It tastes like. It's a good one called a Rock and Roller. Check that one out.
Nice. Whenever I used to feel rubbish, I used to in the restaurant like knackered. I used to sneak next door to the bar and see my mate Matt. He'd always give me a double espresso with a double shot of Bailey's in it, mate. It was mint. First thing in the morning, it was like
with the hangover.
For the day. Nah, no hangover. Just like feeling crap.
Yeah.
Ooh, cheeky.
Oh.
Man, I'm on these samples tonight.
Rock and roller sounds good, says Mitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate,
baby.
Stan
lovely.
says Bailey's at Christmas only.
Ooh. Have you Bailey's affogato, mate?
Jezza said you get free tampons with Bailey's at the moment, Owen.
Yo, shots fired in the
mate,
comments.
Bailey's affogato is a dessert at my place.
Bailey's affogato is a Donny dessert. It's real
So good, man. It's so simple.
Man, just like any Bailey's based like ice cream kind of thing is like gonna work for me. I love that stuff.
Bailey's on my chest, mate.
Oh yeah, bathe in it, man.
You just
Bathe
gotta
in
like
it.
stick it on my chest like you're marinating a piri chicken. You know what I mean? Just like really.
You go back to work, everyone's in the kitchen like, what have you been doing, mate? You're glowing. Like, what's been going on with you? It's like little Irish facial boys. Get on it.
Bailey's.
That's it. And drink purely Guinness the whole time and see what happens, mate.
Guinness only.
Yeah. How about you boys? How's your week been? I missed the start of that because I was getting my gin and everything ready. How you been good this week?
It's been chill, man. The beginning of the week, obviously, we dropped down to 4 days this week, so the beginning of the week was chill. Like I was ringing people by Tuesday night, just being like, "What are we meant to do in the evenings now?"
Yeah.
What was I doing before I did this pub thing? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first time really that I've actually felt like I'm in proper sort of lockdown, as in kind of nothing to do, sort of in the evenings and everything. Because obviously we've been doing this since before
Day
the
one,
lockdown actually happened. We were doing the night the pubs got closed was the night that we launched this.
Oh yeah.
That's
4 days
literally
before
a coping
lockdown.
mechanism directly straight away. It's like I need
Straight
an
up.
outlet. Like,
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at my camera, which makes it look like I'm engaged in the conversation, and half of my brain is on it, but the other half is scrolling through conversations with Johnny Finnis so I can get the rest of the samples. So if I say
nice.
anything weird or mental or just ignore you, it's because that's happening.
all right, you might just start dropping a new freestyle that you've written this week.
I haven't got a new one this week, but I have perfected last week's one. I'm not nervous about it anymore. I know all the bars, like I can
Off by heart.
You pretty much. I want them in front of me just in case.
Yeah,
but
just
yeah.
as a fail-safe.
Yeah, but pretty much like I know it now. It's in fact is a virtual pub exclusive. I did start recording it this week, to be honest, because the backing track's there. Like I just nicked it off YouTube, so I started recording it with this mic, which is Luca's one that's pretty tasty. So I reckon at some point, and I was going to ask you, Owen, actually, I'll do it on air because then you can't say no. I was going to see if you would do the second verse for it.
Yeah, I'll do a verse on it, mate. Fuck it.
Yeah, there you go.
Standard.
It's a
Standard.
virtual pub exclusive.
Boom. That's contractually binding.
Good deal there, yeah. This
Yeah,
is
sweet.
the video you can't delete no matter what happens now. You need the evidence.
Yeah.
I could
Mate.
get my dick out. I could do anything right now and you'd have to keep it.
I mean, it would just mean that when it ends up in court, like later on down the line, there's going to be loads of people in a courtroom watching a video of you getting your knob out.
Yeah.
What? What's this?
There's
What
worse
did I
reasons
just
to be in a
miss?
court than getting someone about that.
What did I miss?
How did you miss that? Where did you go somewhere? Or were you just not listening? I'm
He's
doing
a-
two
he's a
things at
comment-
once, and
he's a
even I'm...
comment hound, isn't he?
I think
Yeah.
it cut out for a sec.
Oh, just as well. Maybe it cut out for the people at home as well.
Yeah, probably a result, actually.
When did you agree to get your knob out?
That's the
No.
agreement, exactly.
You missed the context. It's
I
fine.
think I get it now. I'm a late
Yeah.
bloomer. Right, I got one. Knock knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh, who's there?
Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
All right, knock knock.
Wait, who's there?
The.
The Who? You think you can get away with jokes like this because
Knock,
you're a dad now? Who's
Who's
there?
there?
Bear.
Bear Who?
Who?
Bear bum.
Have these jokes come from your kids?
Knock knock.
What about
Who's there?
what about this one? What about this one? Squid. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Ipe.
Ipe Who?
Okay, ask me if I'm a tree.
Are you a
Are
tree?
you a tree?
No.
That's the joke. All right, here's another exclusive. Here you go, Luca.
Yeah. Bailey's all over my chest.
Oh, you spoke over the El Capitan bit.
Oh.
El Capitan's in it.
Bailey's over my chest.
Bailey's over my chest.
I think this is the fix up brick sharp one as well.
No way.
Yeah, do you want to hear it?
I'd love to hear that one.
I've got to put it. Oh no, God! Oh, just what happens when you do production on the show. Should be in this beforehand, but can't be bothered. There we go. Fix up brick sharp. Right, I've got to put it on the soundboard, and then it'll be on my phone. So that'll probably take about a minute.
Safe.
So, what are you going to talk about for a minute?
Well, what's going on over? What's the latest over there at the moment? I haven't been on the news that much this week. Has Boris been out and said anything new? What's like the vibe?
They aimed about three and a half weeks ago. They aimed to do 100,000 tests per day, and they're struggling to hit 40,000.
Damn, that's kind of where the conversation's at the moment, isn't it? It's about testing now. It's about I mean,
mass testing.
Yeah, like which the testing, like I think that's cool. It's the vaccine that I'm scared of.
Why?
I don't know.
Stick it in me, mate.
Mate,
Not bothered.
administering 6 billion vaccines. There's some NWO shit.
I mean, as we've already spoken about before, we'll talk about this afterwards, of course.
Yeah, this is usually the chat that we have.
This is the check straight away now. But like, mate, if they're doing that, they're already think how many different ways they could be doing that already. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're exposed to so much stuff already.
BCG.
Your mobile phone, your if you've got your BCG, you're pretty much future-proof, basically.
I was thinking
Don't
about
worry.
BCGs the other day. I noticed for the first time in ages. Have you guys got it? The scar.
I didn't get it, mate. I didn't get
Really?
it. I was too young. Yeah, I'm a couple of years younger than you, aren't I? So they stopped it, I think, when I was supposed to get it. So what, you, like, year 9, year 10 when you get that or something?
How old are you?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm 27 now.
Oh shit, son.
I'm 28.
Kurt Cobain died when he was 27. And Jim Morrison. And Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, I'm 28 in like 6 days though, so don't jinx it.
Oh, don't have a heavy one tonight, mate. It could be the end of you.
Stay away from the balcony.
Yeah, you've been out today, haven't you? I've had Germany's lowered their lockdown.
Nah, today
restrictions.
I've actually been a busy boy today because
What
I've
about the
got
day before?
so many projects on. The day before I was out because it was like 23 degrees.
6 days.
It was crazy, really.
6 days.
6 days. It's a 2-week incubation anyway, so I'll be all right, boys. I'll make it to
When
28.
I was 27, it actually did spin me out for a bit of a year though, because Jimi Hendrix as well. Who else was
I
at
don't
27
even
Club,
think
mate?
about
Loads
it.
of them.
I don't even think about it until someone who's older than me, who's been through it and lived it, like tells me about how they were praying about it themselves. That's the only time you hear about it. It's when they're
We
like,
made it.
"God, I'm 28 now. I tell you, I dodged a bullet there, boy." I tell
Yeah.
you. But no,
Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse.
so many.
Yeah, there's loads of them. But there's a whole thing
Elvis.
around that. Not to go too cosmic on it or anything, but there's a whole thing about that where 27 apparently is a bit of a turning point of an age where you start leaving your youth behind and actually accepting that you're going to become an adult. And a lot of the people that died around 27 are the people that went, nah, jib that, I'm not going to become an adult. I'm just going to do more drugs than I've already been doing. And if you're already a smackhead, chances are you're going to die if you step up your drug intake. So yeah, it's a bit of a thing. It's well worth looking into. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, shouts out to all the smackheads out there.
Yeah.
Living
know we
Shout
got
out to all the smackheads tuning in.
Yeah,
Covering
we got
every base here.
we got a big following in the smackhead community.
Carl Williams is saying they had to close the website for signing up for the vaccine as it went crazy.
Yeah, we had this similar thing here that you could sign up to be tested, or like for like, because that, like I said, there's the big medical and chemical companies here based in Berlin. They do a lot of like testing and stuff. So they were like looking for people to do it, and like a lot of my friends like had signed up to stuff, and you see the waiting queue to like be in an experimental thing where they're probably going to give you corona but pay you like $3,000 at the end of it.
No
that
point,
people
mate.
couldn't get an appointment to go and meet them. You know, it was just crazy.
These people are like, they literally can't wait to get the corona and then be fucking given a vaccine. It's just mental.
and get done
isn't
with it. Yeah, and get done with
it's
it. It's
mental.
but like I think, I don't know, because my view is getting more like now things here have loosened up a bit, you know what I mean? So it's like shops are open now if they're smaller than 800 square meters. but under the like they have to have signs saying like you have to wear a mask, you have to like do this X, Y, and Z, stand this far apart. That obviously everyone's taking trolleys, but then like everyone's like leaving the trolleys at the end of the aisle in the shop anyway, and then walking down the aisle to go get their stuff anyway. So it's like
it's mad, isn't it?
It's a weird one, mate. It's not made for like they're not like big supermarkets like you have at home. My supermarkets near me are like a Tesco Metro.
Yeah. Or big up the Tesco Metro though.
Yeah, that saved
what sort of meal? Do meal deals exist in Germany?
We got onto this last week. It's a very poor sandwich game, as in like packet sandwiches. You know, like the triangle packets.
So you finish work.
Different fillings, mate.
You get them for lunch. So what do you have like?
Well, like I'll like source out some place that's got like a nice sourdough with like pastrami and like horseradish, like do you know what I mean?
Like
some like artisan.
Proper city boy, aren't you?
Hipster boy, yeah. But like, or I'll make it myself and bring it. But yeah, in the supermarket, sometimes you can get like the sub rolls, which are all right. Like I can do like a ham cheese mayo sub roll. But like if you've been to Europe,
you're onto something here, mate. Why don't you just start the meal deal in Germany and just like.
That's it. Or just go to all the offices and just like park up at lunch with a little cart on your bike, innit?
Owens meal deals.
Plowmans, mate. Bring the Plowmans to Berlin, but they sell a bottle of Natch on the side, innit?
What's Natch?
Never. You know, don't know Natch. It's like rudimentary cider, like real strong cider that like tastes like wee. But it's like get you right on the way. Yeah. Like
Henry Weston's. Henry Weston's Twisted.
Sort of that kind, sort of like that, but like not as nice, like way less sugar than Weston's. Like
Ben McAdam, no fucking Boots meal deals over here.
Nah, nothing, mate. He would love it as well because he's one of them. He's in retail, innit? So it's like he's in the retail sector, so he's a meal deal kind of guy, and like you can't get it, but he is situated pretty close to some good places to get a bougie baguette, you know.
What's the deal with your hat?
I don't know. Sarah Ellens just said, "Love that hat."
I think
Sam.
She means Owen.
Yeah, because this is niche. This hat, no one knows what this is. This is a parkour brand. Like people don't give me props on this hat. It must be Owen's hat, surely.
Yeah.
Sarah, let us know. It must be that one, surely.
Do we need to introduce ourselves? Then,
is it? From Giles, is it? Is it Giles? That was.
It's not that team, but it's like same sort of crowd basically. It's another team. Right, it's I've shaved my head as well.
Oh, sick! You did it. Nice, man. Streamline.
Yeah, baby. Ready to go.
Sick, Slide it in them DMs.
So there's a massive market for your meal deal thing. I think you could really nail that, mate.
For sure, man. I've been thinking about loads of stuff, man, because like the pizza game here is pretty strong. Like I had a real good Italian like Neapolitan the other day that was like, amazing. Oh my god, like it's just bready dough, man. You need that. Like you can't be having no like real thin.
No,
like
I've heard apparently
Italian.
German kebabs are insane.
Dude,
hang on, this is an update. Sorry to interrupt, but what?
What?
No,
we need the X-Files background tune right now.
PK head in it.
How does she know what's going on with your hat though?
Yeah, but that's mad.
She just wanted you to take your hat off, mate.
Do you reckon that's what it was? No, I'm digging into this. I want to know.
What is my hat shit then, or what? Like,
yeah, it's just not niche enough, mate.
I got like both ways round and a shaved head. That's why we're wearing hats.
Owen, could you not go for like the front? Could you just like lift it up and go for like the beach vibe? Yes, son.
That's what I do this all the time, mate. Like a little like school kid, like Paddington Bear, mate.
Do.
Ooh, something's going on here. There's something in the woodworks.
Yeah, what's happening?
I'm intrigued. Hang on, Sarah is. I mean, I'm not going to read out her full credentials, but it says NHS on the thing. She's a registered nurse at Tilbury.
Yeah, I've stalk for you now.
Yeah, live.
Owen knows all them Berlin kebab spots.
Yeah.
Where's your hat, Luca? I don't need a hat. I got hair.
Hang on.
Yeah, Luca, when you come over, mate, I'll hook you up, man. You just bring €3 to €4 every time.
About 6 months ago, Leanne's dad used to work in Germany in the army, and he was telling me about these German kebabs. I was like, right, I've never heard about this. I started researching into it, and I looked into like the style of bread they make, the meat, and like I tried to do it, mate. But I just, if you've never had it, how can you try and recreate it
without the profiles? Without knowing the profiles already, but I feel like
most of it's
in pride, innit? Most of it's in pride, bro. Do you know what I mean?
How good is it?
So like it depends. Like the box standard, like the one you first get when you get here is like, yeah, it's just a different combination of like the way that we do a kebab. You know what I mean? It comes in like traditionally like the triangle bread, like this that you've seen. It's all like fluffy, and
Peas
it's
bread,
like
it's called, isn't it?
yeah. And you have that, and then that you have like herb and like garlic sauces, and then like chili sauce.
Oh,
And
mate.
then like lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and stuff.
I don't
But
know
then,
about you guys, but I fucking love kebabs.
yeah, but it's beef here. That's the difference. I think it's lamb at home, and it Donna meat,
Donna's mix of beef and lamb.
beef and lamb.
If it's lamb Donna, then it's 100%
Yeah,
lamb.
yeah. I
If
think
mixed,
it's
you know what
more.
to
I
call
think
it.
it's more towards beef here. I think that's the difference because the meat is different. You know what I mean? And they cut it a bit thinner, with the thing. But no, there's just so many different types in Berlin. That's the thing. So there's like Sudanese ones, there's like Lebanese ones, there's like my favorite one is a place called Sahara, which has got like all the like peanut butter sauce and like aubergine paste and like falafel and like a pita bread. Then there's like a shawarma place, which is like, I don't know, it's not, I don't even think it is shawarma, it's more like gyros, I think, in
Greek
Ben
style.
will comment, the one at Rosenthaler Platz that we always hit up after we get drunk in Mitte. That's like, yeah, that's a really good one. And like
You can
always
tell
get, like,
Owen loves his kebabs, can't you? Like he's
I just love going out on the sauce and then having a kebab later. Yeah, basically that's the
completes
treat
the
at the
night.
end, isn't it?
That's the only thing the virtual pub's missing, I think, is a little kebab shack.
Oh, mate, I think
Yeah, virtual kebab house afterwards.
Meet in the kebab shop and have a punch up.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's Tweed saying about our pop shields?
What do
Has
you
he
mean?
just sent you the same thing? You just said, oh, he's messaging me now. I mean, this is alienating a lot of listeners, but we're getting shit in for having pop shields, like they're pretentious or something.
What's
Wait,
your
you want to hear
pop,
the
mate?
difference between pop shield and no pop shield? Right?
Yeah, with your tiny
Boom.
KRKs, mate.
Completely,
can't even do
completely
it.
kills
Yeah.
it. Exactly. So, big up the people slagging off pop shields.
Does that mean that I'm the least pretentious one because I've got zero in the way of a setup?
Mate, it's au naturel your setup. You
Yeah,
don't
mate.
no name,
Right.
no, what is it? No
Fucking-
names, no gimmicks.
If
Something
Joe
about gimmicks.
Rogan has a pop shield, then so do I, alright?
Yeah, that's it. Real names, no gimmicks. That was it.
Real names, no gimmicks.
Yeah. Got
Always
some
do
bars for us
favors,
then.
never take orders.
Owen, I think it's time you, what have we got in store from
Earned your
your
fee.
end tonight? Yeah.
Oh, from my end. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh no, so actually, boys, I've hacked the mainframe and found a way into an old SoundCloud account through an
Oh,
old
sick.
mobile.
Loud.
So I've found Cloud, yeah. So I found a load of beats.
Was it a
and, like,
collab?
No. I'm gonna drop something that's like involving our special guest in a couple of tunes. I'll do that like the last tune before he comes on. But like I haven't done a lot of these in a while, so bear with. But I feel like that's kind of the freestyle busking like vibe.
Big up
Yeah,
Luddy locked in.
Yeah, cheers, Luddy, legend.
Big up Liddy, all for
Luddy
every
knows,
time.
mate.
So I'm gonna try and do this one.
Let's try and get
This
the
one,
samples
this one
up
is
in at the right
actually
time.
could be quite good, quite apt because it's
Sorry, mate. They take like 5 seconds to kick in.
so it's like I wrote this a while ago, and you boys might have seen the video. I released it like as like a little Facebook video trying to go viral, like basically slating Facebook and like slating how I overuse social media.
That'll do well for
while
the algorithm.
but it was so contradictory. But like I think the lyrics are good anyway. So try and break the system from the inside of it. Like, but
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
mate.
it was a well-meant attempt at the time. But I think I can remember it, so I'll give it a go.
Right, before this drops then, you lot watching, get down below, click share, click start a watch party. Let's get this one popping.
Hear the beat, all right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
lovely levels.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Hey, we spend our lives looking down. It's a serious series when you see past Siri. Look up and see the beauty in front of you. Unsubscribe to that visual junk food. Fuck, man. What on earth's the world coming to? Someone's baby mum posts that selfie with next to nothing on, and no one bats an eye. That was standard procedure. See young girls parading their features for eager young egos to take turns with an innocence lost. Long ago, round the back of the bike sheds with Romeo, but she don't know this bloke. It's her first time. She's feeling low, feeling groped. got a hold on her now though. Now that she's carrying cargo, he's changed from escargot to Ronaldo. Another low blow and he's out now, but it's alright, cause there's loads of followers following blind through the World Wide Web. And the status bar read, is this the end or just the beginning? Has anyone else felt how I'm feeling? And then the likes rolled in, so she smiles to herself. If knowledge is power, then it's probably ours to take. For fuck's sake, just use it wisely. Don't patronize and criticize, and let people live their lives instead of Instagram. Use your wits and plan a different path for yourself. Our brain's the best operating system on earth, so it hurts me to see us waste potential. We're all special in our own way, but listen, skin tone and shade don't matter. Ink tone and fade don't matter. Big whips and chains don't matter, but my name's Jer. It's just banter. Your file reads what your profile speaks, but it doesn't exist. This space called Facebook, lift your plaudits up on a miserable cloud, and then they can just store it, but people just ignore it. It's pointless to procrastinate. Take that sad face off and play this song. No matter who you are, where you're from, what you do, just do you. Trends are set then left when you make your move. It's one love, peace and free speech, not retweets and dreams can meet 1D. It's budget cuts, not cut for just. And this country's fucked, man, no frontin'. For now I'll just bum this. They want 15 minutes of fame, but in 15 minutes it's changed and your face is faded from the papers and pages. Another has been, but never was anyone. Getting gone. Cheers, boys.
Mate, I think that was one of the nicest pieces I've heard you do.
Really?
Yeah, I love that. There was a lot of kind of like rhythm changes in it. The bit when you dropped into the don't matter, that like the flow of that bit. Yeah, it's proper percussive.
Yeah, it was like, I think when I think back to like stuff I used to write, because it's been real interesting doing this, because like I can't write new shit every week. Like I can't learn that stuff fast enough, as well as like taking on what I've taken on through the people I've met through doing this, like with actual like projects to make music. Do you know what I mean? Instead of like spitting bars. But like, yeah, man, it's been super interesting because you realize I forget the words, but I never forget the rhythm. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's in there because like you stand there and 8 Mile in the mirror to yourself, like, and like, yeah, you remind yourself. I don't know.
We spoke, I think it was last week, maybe the week before, about like you write rhythm first as well, right? You think of the flow and then add the words. Yeah.
Scat first. So like that's how I'll find the flow, and like it changes. So like what it'll be is I'll put a beat on, have a cup of tea and the rollie, and then like just bounce around in the room and see where I catch on the fly in. Do you know what I mean? On the drop, normally, like wherever the beat's gonna come in, and see what comes out. And it's normally something dumb, you know, like, oh, it's that like high focus shit. Do you know what I mean? Like funny shit, old high focus, like circa like 2010, like funny shit. Like, just like, it's the big joint roller. Didn't know what I told you. No, when I saw that. Like it just happens like that, and it's like.
So even then, you dropped into like rhythm first. Like you can hear that your brain works like that.
Straight away, it's weird, but I can't play drums for shit. Like,
Mate, have you tried recently?
I can always play. Like I can always. I tell you what I can do is I can always do like a decent. But that's about it, mate.
That's the go-to, man.
That's always it, mate. I don't know. Like I think a lot of hip hop producers or like drum and bass producers have made whole careers off that that little famous break that we like to praise to at the end of it. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I never thought about being like a rhythmic person, but then I think I don't know. I think because I learned a lot about music through jazz music. And like freestyling, so like soloing and stuff, and like you have your chord progression, you hope you know your scales, but like I used to wing it a lot of the time, mate, because jazz is jazz, like just play random stuff. I used to have a classmate. There were 2 people at my school out of 3 schools.
That's a small school.
So so out of Knowles Hill, Teen, and Coombs Head, for A-level music, there were only 2 people in all of those schools that wanted to do it.
Oh no
So
way.
like me and this lad like teamed up, and we had like it was shared between 2 schools, and he was from Coombs Head.
They had a
And
decent recording studio there as well, didn't they?
Coombs Head was sick, mate. Muse recorded there, and they'll all be so happy to tell you about that. Like, it's like, yeah, Muse recorded here. I was like, yeah, the other teacher just told me all about how he knows Matt Bellamy.
Yeah,
and
Matt
stuff.
Bellamy. Didn't they hire it out for a summer and write their new album there as well?
I think it would have been around the time they were doing like that homecoming gig at the Den and that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
to drum up more tickets and that.
Yeah.
Not that they ever needed to.
They got Jess in the comments. I think it's a new listener. Thanks for joining us. Viewer, listener. I always swap between viewer and listener. I think they're viewers, aren't they, ultimately? But yeah, big up Jess. Locked in on YouTube. It's always nice to see that the platform's growing outside of Facebook.
Nah, I'm pretty sure if that's Jess, the Jess that I think it is.
Oh yeah.
And like,
history.
I don't know,
there,
Mess, give me. Yeah, nah, not at all, mate. Not at all.
Why not? What are you saying?
She's the dopest musician, mate.
Oh, is
Dopest musician. I'll send you her Insta now, boys. Like she's so she's just put some. She's doing the same challenge as V.
Oh,
If it's
sick.
that
nice.
person.
Yeah,
I tried
sick.
doing that. I got to like day 3, and then I just overcooked this one song that I was meant
It's
to
just-
send to you, Owen,
yeah.
and now it's just beyond return. I overcooked it massively.
It changed
The
a
word.
lot from where it was to where it went to. I felt like it was 2 different projects.
Basically, I was just
They
trying
were
to
both
thought-
sick though.
Mate, there were three different projects. There wasn't 2. He did it 3 times, mate, and he sent it through. And he's like, yeah, I haven't got much. And it's like, it might only be a minute long, but there's like 3 different ideas in that whole thing. Do you know what I mean? And then he's like, he'll send you one that's like sounds like a beat, and I'm like, oh right, yeah, it sounds like a beat. And then he's like, oh, no, I don't like it, and it's start all over again.
Mate, Luca, your brother's the worst for that, isn't he? Like he'll like 99%
But the
finish
issue
a tune
is
and then
I
delete
started-
it. Delete the Logic
I
project.
started deleting is the worst thing ever. I started this masterclass thing, and it's like 170 quid, and it's awesome. There's like loads of like legends on there teaching you stuff, and there's a Timbaland one all on like hip hop. And obviously after doing this fire in the pub, I was like, sweet, I wonder if I can try and write Owen a hip hop tune. It's a genre I've not really explored.
Okay,
So
I've
I
just
overthought
confirmed
it too
it
much,
is
man.
Jess Holland. It is
Nice.
Jess Holland.
Yeah, there's a
Confirmed,
comment
yeah.
down below saying, mate, it's peak. I'm on day 3 at the moment.
Yeah, mate, she's smashing it though, mate. Honestly, like I don't know, I could even play.
Yeah, go on.
Dude, yeah,
Exclusive. Wah, wah, wah.
The sample will play out in about 30 seconds time.
I know. Have you just pressed it?
And
Okay, shit.
just putting my pin in.
Let's hear it.
But I don't
Some sort
know.
of Granddad.
Nah, I can't do that one because that's not her project. That's from the Solstice one, so I can't share that. But like Jess Wari Nan on Insta, I'm gonna post it in the group now.
Yeah,
People go
sick.
check out her music. She's
Post it
dope.
in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you
just,
keep
I'm
it
just
private.
working out how to do it. I have to copy her
Send it to
URL.
me, and then I'll plonk it in there, my boy.
Yeah, because if I try and go through Facebook on this phone, it's gonna die.
Oh, Luca, talk about Masterclass. Mitch is asking about it, saying, have you got it and should he
it's
get it?
amazing.
And yeah, he's saying, I'm mega tempted.
Put it this way, I watched the Gordon Ramsay one, and I was like flicking through loads of them, and then I was like half asleep one night, and this like MASH one popped up, and I still had my headphones, and I woke up and I like watched it, and I was like, all right, Gordon, let's try Gordon's MASH. Mate, like I said to you, Sam, I was like, for the last 8 years, I've made like good mashed potatoes.
You
I
literally
tried-
rang me to tell you were so excited about this mashed potatoes.
Mate,
like,
I tried
squid.
it.
I've got to tell you about this mash.
Insane, mate. It was honestly, like, I
was-
didn't even know
what was in
mash
it?
could be that good.
Why is it so good? Bless
Oh my
you.
god, that was a big one.
That's what she said. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Squid.
That's it.
Tell us about this mashed potato, Luca. What's in it? I mean,
Sorry,
this
mate.
is
He
fire
like-
in the pub
he-
after
he
all.
like-
It's pretty fitting.
He like cubes up super small, puts it in a pan. You have to get a really waxy potato, and you boil the shit out of them until they're like just perfect. That's a fine line. At the same time, you boil some cream and you infuse it with like 2 cloves of garlic and some rosemary, and you keep that hot. And then afterwards, you drain the potatoes off. You stick them back in the pan with a lid on, put it back on the heat, and you like ruffle them for 2 minutes. Then take the lid off, and they're all like super fluffy and steamed. Put it through the ricer, and then you mix this like garlic infused cream through it, and then at the end you whip 2 bits of butter, and mate, it's just like eating a cloud of like fat.
This is way too exciting for me.
Mitch
Luca.
is
I'm
asking
sorry.
if you've watched the
Sweating now.
musical ones. Herbie Hancock teaching jazz, Hans Zimmer teaching film scoring and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
No, I
That's
haven't
the
watched
ones
those
that follow
I
me
watched
around the internet as the adverts.
I
Yeah,
watched the Dead Mouse one I'm currently on, and I watched the
Ooh.
Timbaland one was amazing.
Yeah, you said you enjoyed the
I
Timbaland
don't
one,
really
yeah.
like Timbaland, but I can't deny, man, that guy's like
Mate, have you
mega
seen the
talented.
video of him first showing Jay-Z Dirt Off Your Shoulder? The beat?
It's on the masterclass. It shows a clip, which is insane.
It's just like, that headbutt
that's
from
his
Jay-Z
beat?
is just
Yeah.
like possessed.
What?
Yeah.
Mate, he started out
That's all we can do.
working with Missy Elliott. Him and
Oh,
Missy
yeah?
Elliott were a team.
Because his
And
thing
then,
is that
Yeah, like
does all that Demiac.
Oh yeah, that's the clip that you sent me, Luca.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
sick
it's
though.
really
You
good.
can hear when he's doing that, like what he's saying, and then he'll like play the track without it, like those bits in, and then do all that mad clicking Swahili stuff over the top of it, and then like play the track again with that stuff in, and you go, oh right, I see what you were envisioning with it, and then the way that he actually manifests those mad clicks and stuff that he does. It's cool, man.
The other thing that's really cool is he'll talk about this track and then he'll break the track down. He's like, dude, it's bass, drums, some vocals, and like a guitar that I sampled in one note, and I've just like doubled it up on the sampler. Like, there's nothing to his tracks, but they're amazing.
Mate, he's
Talking of
dope though,
tracks.
I think. Oh yeah, actually, I'm gonna sing one with some lyrics
go
because
on.
I'm gonna tell you the story about it. I'm just gonna have one more puff on my cigarette quickly though.
Well, whilst
But-
you're doing that, then I'll say if anyone wants to hear the Man Like Squid exclusive again, what emoji should we pick this week? Aubergines.
Let's go for not aubergines. That's way too basic. We're far more sophisticated than that.
Let's go
Yeah,
for
true.
the eyes, the emoji eyes that got that.
Yeah.
What like
Or
just
no, the drooling face. The drooling face. Do that one.
Yeah.
Like
if you want to hear the
I don't
exclusive
think
from
I can
last
do
week
that
that's been practiced and practiced and practiced to the point where I reckon I can do it without sounding like I'm incredibly nervous, then
yes.
let's put those eyes. Or yeah, Kyle's just putting an alien. Put the alien in the comments if you
Alien
want to hear
sounds
it.
better. Yeah, that sounds a bit less like seductive.
Yeah, I reckon I can do
Right.
it.
So I'm gonna sing one for you, then, boys. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So, bit of background story about this. I was like I love the long distance ones, obviously, because it means I can be a tortured writer about it. What I am gonna do, obviously, is like be painful. Like I miss her; she's so far away. Oh my god, like, be so
Self-imposed
simple.
torture just to make the bars mean more.
And like, if you lived in the same town, you'd never hang out together anyway. Probably like whatever. But like, yeah. Anyway, I'm seeing this
dream.
girl. She lived in London, and I like got the mega bus up to visit her one time, and like.
rough.
How was it?
Yeah, it was sick. Like you're hearing the song, it was like I had a sick time. It was like, I just got, shall we say, not drunk, but enjoyed a few spicy rollies and like that feeling of like being that like cuddly and stuff. It's all about that basically, and like the journey up there and like getting up there and being like, that was the first time I'd really been as an adult, like since I had money. Do you know what I mean? Had money in London for the first time ever, and I was like, oh my god, this place is amazing. Whereas like before, it was like, everything costs so much. Like, but yeah, so this is about that, going off to visit her basically. It's called Stoned in Love.
Sick. Let's see the flame emojis in the comments. OK Penrice locking in once more.
Start a blood clot watch party, fam.
Yeah, do it.
Right, I got to catch the drop though. For hours now, leaving Devon. I've been up since 7, apart for arms across the platform. Each step sends me backwards. Should I have bought her flowers? No, my boy, I don't need roses. I don't suppose you're posing. I love her dearer than the train fare to get there. Ain't fair, convict staring. She's aware of this, but I ain't scared a bit. Cause in her I feel a place called home. Grown out of it, rather zone out and kiss than be out on the piss. And feign trust to fake girls with makeup straight up. We broke ground and landmarks, then it's back to a pad, so hands can start wondering. They don't understand our suffering. I'm known to get lost, foot in love, trust me. We won't just fuck, what's the point in fucking? And 2 weeks in, I got too weak and gave in. It isn't a grave sin, I crumbled, I caved in. Cause girl, you're amazing. In your boxed room, I was shocked too. It rained, a monsoon of passion, girl, you done your damage. And the seed of the food we ate that night was planted. Another question is answered. There's no false starts, it's remarkable. The hardest head found a place to rest in this lady's bed. It ain't just sex when you respect and caress each other. She screams no regrets. The sweetest scene isn't over yet, so we both state we're over exes. I quote, she's so over him, I can feel her flinch through my fingertips, just like I envisioned it in the prison of her grips. My mind's changed strange ways, thanks to lemon haze as an aphrodisiac. Burn trees down in a treehouse, leave the peak cheek outside, feeling so high. Not one bit tipsy, I'm stoned in love, stoned in love. Stoned in love, stoned in love. Hey.
Yeah, boy.
Safe, lads.
That was sweet. How old was you when you wrote that?
Would have been. So when did I drop out of uni? I dropped out of uni when I was 20. Then like did my thing, and then so I would have been like 21, 22 or something when I wrote that. I reckon maybe 23.
Nice. How long was you with her for?
Not long, mate. Not long. Like it was so weird, right? And like, you know, I don't think anyone knows who she is. Like she's local, so low naming and shaming, obviously, of a gentleman. But like, it got super weird after that because like I think someone asked me whether we were seeing each other, and then I was like, yeah, I'm seeing her. And then like they said something else to her, and then when I visited her, like we kind of like we got the train back together, but then like never really spoke again after like we got back. It was super weird, man.
That's weird.
Yeah, super weird. Got the train back to Devon together from London, and then weird, mate. Weird scenes. But yeah, still got a good tune out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I mean. For me, when I was
so
younger,
bizarre though, isn't it?
it's weird. But like now, that's just a song. It hurt me at the time.
Yeah,
but like now, it's just a song. It's a, like coping mechanism, I guess, for me. And like now, like before, I would only be able to really communicate like strong emotions. Like so, I would like to get a girl. Do you know what I mean? Once I got her, I wouldn't really know what to write about. Do you know what I mean? So it was super weird because then you got nowhere to put it. So then, like in a relationship, I'm like a mad oversharer. Because I'm like, when I'm happy, like I don't write as much.
I'm the
Like,
same.
Yeah, same.
you know what I
Mate,
mean?
all
So
the
it's
best
like
songs
super
come when you're fucking down in the dumps.
blues, innit?
Or at least
Blues,
when you're
man.
when you're in your own head, like when you're doing that chase thing, you're thinking a lot, and then when you chill and you're in a relationship with someone, everything's
You're
sweet and you've
talking
got nothing
about
to write about
everything,
anymore.
Yeah. You got someone to bounce your like innermost thoughts off, basically, and someone to justify things for you, or
Yeah.
not, or criticize. It depends what kind of arrangement you've got. But yeah, like I don't know, like I just find it super interesting, and that's another cool thing about this Fire in the Pub is I realise these things on air most of the time. When I start chatting shit after I play something,
good
it's
though,
because
man.
I've realised
That's cool.
it whilst doing it.
Sick. So this is
Yeah,
like
surreal, man.
this is like doing stuff for you.
Mate, this is the highlight of my week this week, mate. Like no joke.
Yeah.
And me, bro.
For
Yeah,
real,
to be-
this is the whole week I was chatting to the girl I'm seeing as well, and she was like, "Oh, like how long do you think you're gonna be?" And I was like, "Well, probably finish like between 11 and 12 maybe." And then she's like, "Yeah, but you're gonna want to talk to the boys afterwards, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like the whole thing now." Do you know what I mean?
It's the whole
like,
package.
that Friday night is that I know that we're gonna like have some X-rated chat after this as well. It's like super nice. I don't know. So yeah, community, innit? Got built a little community.
Yeah, man, I'm loving it. This show especially, I really enjoy. I think it's real talk on this show, isn't it?
Good vibes, man. It's good vibes. I'm gonna do one more for now because I
Cool.
know to leave a couple in the locker maybe, but like if we can keep it minimal for me tonight, that'd be cool as well. This
Sweet.
next one is actually a good segue as well. Have we still got our boy there? Is he still
Yeah,
there?
man.
Safe.
Oh, damn.
I don't know how close we are to the vague schedule that I sent him this morning when I woke up. Like,
Sorry, mate. The timing on these samples
I
is
caught it
awful.
this time though.
So what's this tune you're gonna do for us, bro? How
So
could you explain
basically-
how it's a segue?
Yeah. So our special guest tonight, he's like part of a like sick producer duo here in Berlin, which is like mostly hip hop based. And they've got a challenge out at the moment, essentially, where you take an instrumental that they've just released on Spotify, which I'll send to you now, and you can put in the comments.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'll try and talk while I'm doing that. So
talking.
they put it out. Anyone that dances, draws, like anything creative that you want to do alongside this music in a video on Instagram or like, I guess, other social medias, but he can tell us more about that more detailed later. You just put the hashtag in there, but check out Dopest Dope. The song's on there in the comments now, and I'm sure he's going to explain more. But this is essentially my challenge, but I wrote it like 2 hours ago, so I'm on a bit of a squid vibe tonight. But it could go horribly fucking wrong, and the person that I'm trying to impress by doing it is on the stream.
Ooh, I'm going to trawl through the comments. Is it your mum?
Oh, yeah,
Nah.
Owen,
The producer.
Owen.
What?
you've sent me the wrong link, bro.
What have I sent you?
Just worried on.
Again? Yeah, that's that. I sent it twice again.
Luca
To
thought
try
that
and
was
get you
bait
the
then.
music.
It was the link that we used a minute ago.
I got you this one now. It should have done it now.
Ooh, cheeky.
Open Spotify. There we go.
Right,
This
there we
boy.
go.
Right, cool. So it might take me a couple of goes, but I think that's also part of the fun at the moment.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
man.
it. Makes me feel loads better about my bars coming up.
Yeah. Sick. Let's do it
I
then.
bailed out of mine last week.
Drop out, mate.
I know, innit? Anyway, show some flame emojis in the comments. There's another one coming in from OKP, live in a virtual pub.
The beat's so good, man. Yeah, I think I got this. What if I one take this? I'm well happy. So yeah, shout out Dopest Dope. Call the shots. Challenge. It's been really nice to meet you. I like your face. Doesn't really matter what time of day. Your eyes switch colour as we move from sun to shelter and shade. Each kiss is like a belt to the face. Sinner, but you think that the soul can be saved. No church wedding can't burst into flames. Dance with the devil seems swinging my way. I'm just a rapper, chance my arm on the stage. My ego was harmed in the making of this. But heroes are forged in the taking of risks. Can't believe what you're taught, gotta learn to think. Can't be seen just to score assists, get wins. Beauty sits and sinks in skin, soaks in pores and drips down chins. The truth will hide, lies might twist and turn like knives. Dreams might keep you up at night, feel them grip and hold you tight. Count those sheep, close those eyes. Float on the swell or drown in its water. Bathed in a drought, crown for the pauper. Bless our sons, stop hurting our daughters. The world is ours, yours, mine, one herd to the slaughter. I know that I'm the hot one, come out of shells, made an omelette. Humpty Dumpty went and got some. Don't get the hump, just bump this song. Raise your jar and sing along. Hold your closest closer. Harness love in every hug. Cherish every little wish you've loved. Let every really miss you, son. I need money for food. I'm trying not to spend it on drugs. When I'm high, it doesn't sting, it just sucks. Life's a bitch, hate it or love it. But the dog will always be on top, feeling like a filthy mutt. Went wrong at the end somewhere there. So I'm just going to pull it and do it again. Just like, don't worry, I'm just going to try and do it again better. I literally wrote this today, and this is what I was saying, like, I'm mad stressed at the moment because I've just taken on like loads of projects to write like a lot of lyrics. And my brain's like a bit trying to remember it all at the moment. So I took a week off and then I wrote this today. It's been really nice to meet you. I like your face. Doesn't really matter what time of day. It's been really nice to meet you. I like your face. Doesn't really matter what time of day. Your eyes switch colour as we move from sun to shelter and shade. Each kiss is like a belt to the face. Sinner, but you think that this soul can be saved. No church wedding, I can't burst into flames. Dance but the devil seems swinging my way. Just a rapper trust my arm on the stage. My ego was harmed in the making of this. But heroes are forged in taking of risks. Can't believe what you're taught, gotta learn to think. Can't be seen just to score assists, get wins. Beauty sits and sinks in skin, soaks in pores and drips down chins. The truth will hide, lies might twist and turn like knives. Dreams might keep you up at night, feel them grip and hold you tight. Count your sheep, close your eyes. Float on the swell and drown in its water. Bathe in the drought, crown for the pauper. Bless our sons, stop hurting our daughters. The world is ours, one herd to the slaughter. I know that I'm the hot one. Came out of shell, made an omelette. Humpty Dumpty went and got some. Don't get the hump. Nah, I'm getting it wrong somewhere. But Nico, I wrote a really cool one today, and that will be out in like the next couple of days on my Instagram. But sometimes you just got to accept that it's
That was
floated out of your head.
intense.
It's a virtual pub
Yeah,
exclusive.
Yeah,
That,
the signal's gone rubbish.
The amount of lyrics.
No one can say we're not real on this show, you know.
The quality of
Straight
lyrics as well, and what you were talking about, and how you're putting them together. Like you said, you like to come up with a first liner, but then it's got to follow up on the response. It's got to all tie in.
Thematically, yeah, and I'm not very good at that anyway. So like one of the lyrics in that.
Don't knock yourself. That was fucking awesome. I don't know where you went wrong. You couldn't
if you have a chat, I mean, I don't mean with the like that went wrong. Only I will know how that went wrong. Anyway, but like the because no one else knows what it sounds like. Yeah, that's the thing.
I love.
So you're never going to be disappointed.
First of all, Nico, who's going to be on in a sec. I'm sure he's listening.
Shut up.
The track's amazing. Like, I love that guitar, and it's like coming in and out. It's almost in tune, out of tune. The beat's fat. Your lyrics on top of it with your accent and the style of emceeing that you do on top of it. For me, it was like
gonna sound real nice, man. Once I get it done,
it was meant to be. I think.
Yeah, man.
That skippy flow on that one as well was sick.
Yeah. It's fast,
It's
double
like,
time.
I've not heard you do that. Yeah.
There's like what I struggle with is like staying on point on topic, because like my brain doesn't work like that. If you've had conversations with me where I can speak about every topic I want to, and it's like you touch about 6 different points but not making one.
I have that issue.
Yeah, so like it's really good for writing because it's always going somewhere, but I have to try and either accept that and say that in a lyric. Like I know this is random. I'm sorry, guys. Do you know what I mean? I have to let them know.
Do you though?
So, do I what? Sorry,
you have to let them know? Just do your thing.
Well,
man.
I don't think so. I think You look at MF Doom, for example. Like half the shit he says is like, what?
Just do your thing, man.
Yeah,
don't worry about it, boy.
Like the lyric was like, I know I can't stay on topic, but I know that I'm the hot one.
Yeah.
I come out of shell, made an omelette. Humpty Dumpty went and got some.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's sick.
That's a bar.
What's the lyric about the ego?
It's like my ego was harmed in the making of this.
Yeah,
but
I love that.
But heroes are forged in the taking of risks. Can't believe what you're taught. Got to learn to think. You can't be seen just to score, because assists get wins. So like, don't just score for yourself. Help some other people, and then we'll all win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but like,
Sick.
do your thing as well. Make your paper. But
Anyone know Sarah Walker? She's asking how to get involved. So we're just about to bring our guest in, but towards the end of the show, we usually open up the chat to anyone that wants to get involved. So Sarah, stick around for a while. We're going to
Sarah rapper.
Sarah, let us know in the comments.
Join in? Yeah.
If you want to jump on the show, we'll send you the link over, and you can after we've had our guest in, or even before he goes, we can get you involved. If you got some bars or some tunes, you're welcome to join us here on the show.
Sarah, if you want to do some bars, what would be cool as well, if you get onto Spotify and or in the comments again, if we post it in the comments, that tune again, do it over that beat that I just done.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, keep it true to form with the challenge, innit?
Yeah, nice.
Owen,
And then, sorry.
I think it's time you introduce
So
who
yeah,
we've got in
ladies,
tonight,
ladies
bro.
and gentlemen, coming out of Berlin by way of a few places that we'll cover on his musical and life journey that we want to talk about today. One half of Berlin dynamic duo Dopest Dope. We have Lai Raw with us this evening.
Big up. Whoop,
Listen.
whoop, 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 whoop. Yo!
Yes.
Mate, stitch me up on the sample game. He's got much better samples than me.
I
Yes,
knew he
son.
was going to school you.
How you doing?
Sort of, yeah.
We
Good,
could do with
good.
your
What's happening?
sorry,
Yeah,
bro. We
yeah,
could
yeah.
do with
I
your
mean-
mic coming up a touch, bro. Please.
Mic up a touch.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
man.
This
Luca,
is
yours
always
could
what
come down a
happens.
tiny touch. The telly in the background is
Yeah, it's mega.
Leanne
What was I
just
listening
sat there
to
watching
earlier
telly.
during soundcheck?
The clangers.
The clangers
Yeah,
in
yeah.
soundcheck, mate. Come on.
What's happening?
Real life, baby.
We could even have a little bit more, man.
Yeah, I think this is it, bro.
That's
I'm
cool.
Sorry. Like,
It's bearable. It's bearable.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
Wait.
No, I'm already on max. I think. Well, nope.
Let's not push our luck, eh, boys?
Yeah. Let's keep the thing.
Let's keep it. Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like have my whole face in it. Like this.
Yeah,
That's
sweet.
okay.
See, this is
You've
what people don't
disinfected the
realise is
mic.
that behind the scenes, behind all of this, is like a lot of sound checking goes on, a lot of tweaking with things like
Yeah.
the setups and stuff. Like
proper
you,
geeky shit.
yeah, straight up.
I've been
Yeah, it takes
I've been
us-
testing out my sound card today, like for real. Like this. Yeah, it's good at.
We got there in the end, though.
When it got
Nice
too
one.
technical, I fucked off anyway.
I've wondered
Cheers,
where
man.
you'd gone.
So I'll be back in about 15 minutes, boys. See you in a bit.
And then you message that I'm putting aftershave on. I'm coming to the pub proper tonight, boys.
Yeah, mate. I don't know what it was, but like I haven't done nothing all week really. So it's apart from like we had a little studio session the other night, but apart from that, I haven't done nothing. I've just been like,
Mate, it's a good
chilling
thing to
the
do,
whole
to be
week,
fair.
so-
I met Luke. I remember when you'd done it that night and you were buzzing. You'd like went and had a shower, done your hair, put some aftershave on and that. You feel
that's
like you're
what
going
it's-
out for the night, like with the boys and that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
but you need to take advantage of these opportunities, you know, so you can like actually do those things that you would usually do. Even
Yeah,
if it's
man.
just for like 10 minutes or whatever, you know, just like
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
going to buy some groceries and shit. I'm gonna go to the shop. And then, you know,
yeah.
And I'm going to be looking
Yeah,
fly as
best
fuck when I go.
outfit ever.
Yeah, I'm going to go buy groceries in my tuxedo that I wore once to that wedding.
You can keep your Tesco Club card, darling. See you later, you know?
yeah. Oh, a nice one on the cover, bro.
Oh man, I was stressing so much the last like 2 hours before we did it. I was like,
No
"Fuck, I
way.
better learn these bars, but I didn't learn it good enough, mate. But you'll see it soon, bro.
Yeah, don't stress yourself, man. Never stress. It's never good.
How's the response been on the challenge?
Well, I mean, sort of positive, but I haven't really gotten any. Actually, I haven't looked for them. Maybe there was actually people tagging us.
Mate,
but
the
so
inbox could be
far-
full.
Yeah, I need to like kick it off. Like I think when Owen does it, I'm gonna like also do the one just for fun and
Nice.
just,
Sick.
like,
Get
ask-
Luddy on it as well.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Surely he's in the comments somewhere creeping about,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's there, babe. He's there.
Creeping
Liddy's
about.
watching.
I see you, Ludi.
So your kind of musical thing then is like obviously you're producing. In fact, I'm not going to butcher this. You guys know more about I came in right at the end of the sound check, so I'm not going to do that question. Oh, and you can do it.
So yeah. I think
Give me
I
what you
think
know.
like my experience of Nico has been like knowing that he made beats and not knowing too much about it originally, and then I came and we had like a little session. I think just after we first met, we had a little session in your studio at Rosenthaler Platz that time,
Yeah,
and watching him on the sample pads and stuff and like playing in beats and then he'd pick up his like Ibanez and like playing some like mad flamenco guitar on it, and I was like,
son.
Sick.
and I've met up with him and he's like, yo, Wagwan, bro. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, in Berlin, like, what's going on? Like, he knows so much about like my culture and stuff. And I was like, whoa, this guy. And the more music I've heard throughout has just been like a real journey. And like,
Sick.
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
How long ago did you guys meet then?
About 2 years ago, innit? I'd say.
Might have been 3 actually. or
Might have even been
a bit
3
more.
years, yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
we
would be
haven't-
2 years, mate, I think. 2 years, because I wouldn't have met you unless I hadn't met Ben and Woody and that.
Oh, big
Yeah,
up Ben, by the
exactly,
way. He's in the
exactly.
comments. He is in.
Shout out to Ben all the time.
Ben.
Shout
Ludi
out
was
Ben, what a
visiting
legend.
and you were
That
with
was
him.
it, the first time. Luddy, I met him through Luddy, because Luddy was up the first time we met, yeah.
This is a crazy story. Like Ludi, he stayed at my place through Airbnb for a week when he moved to Berlin.
When he first got there, yeah.
So I made friends with him just of that 1 week, and he was there with his dog and his girlfriend at the time.
Sick.
And,
That was
Mate.
right. Rachel and Cuddy were there as well, yeah.
The way
it
the
was really
wild goes
chill, like,
round.
we didn't even we just hung out, but yeah. And then
Did you
later
still
on
charge
we
him for the
reconnected.
Airbnb?
Of course I did.
You pink.
He was like a
This is
dude.
Berlin, man.
He was a dude from Brighton, isn't it? He was just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I basically I tidied up and cleaned all my flatmate's room just to like make some money of it because he was gone for a bit and he didn't think of it. So yeah.
Nice.
So,
Legend.
that's
And that's
it.
how you
Worked
bought all
out.
your gear, right? Off Liddy's back.
The music gear.
Yeah.
Luca's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
in like
still doing it,
Paxman on
still doing
this.
I love the gear, man.
Ludi's a proper supporter. It's good.
Ah,
Liddy's a boy, mate.
Did you
I
did you
think
make
that's a-
music in the first week, or did you just talk music for a while and then kind of get back
No,
together?
Ludi wasn't even like doing music at all back then. That was
Wow.
actually my second year in Berlin, so that was 2014. Yeah, must have
It
Where
was
we-
more
where we-
hobby based for him then, I think, wasn't it? It was
Pro-
way more like just something he did. Like, because Luddy's been rapping for a long time, mate. There's
yeah,
like,
yeah, but I guess he didn't talk about it. He wasn't like,
yeah, maybe that's it. He's
Luddy's
too modest.
comment.
mate.
Liddy's in the comments saying,
funded
yeah,
the
funded
career.
your career. Funded through Airbnb.
Nico, where was you before you moved to Berlin?
I was living, or I lived with my parents for like 2 or 3 months. But before that, I was in London. I studied, I studied like audio production in London.
Nice.
That's why I
Sick.
knew like all this English Wagwan and
Yeah.
Swear.
Yeah, I was
Fun.
gonna say when we had
all
that
of
brief
them
chat
Jamaican.
earlier, I was like, this guy's on the terminology.
all of them Jamaican things. Yeah. I lived with a good mate, and I studied with him as well from Loughton, from Essex. So yeah, all
Oh,
of his mates
nice.
came around, and we were just like bunning up and just like chatting
Sick.
shit.
How long were you here for?
That was a like good 2.5, 3 years, something like that. 2011 till 13, something like that. Yeah.
Presumably that wasn't your first exposure to the English language. You knew a lot before you came here, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Through school and shit. I was in I grew up in Marbella, actually.
What?
No, what?
Marps.
God, you got some stories, didn't you?
Can I just
Yeah.
confirm, where are you from, Nico? Are you German or?
Yeah, I'm German. So my parents are German, and they moved to Marps. Marps. They
No
moved
carbs
down
before
there like,
mobs.
in the 80s, actually.
What?
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
born over there?
Yeah, so yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
I was
Where's home
born,
for your mum and dad? Whereabouts in Germany?
in the very south.
Oh yeah,
like
I love the
close to
south,
lake.
man. Bavaria's my jam.
Yeah, not Bavaria, like in the west. Like Bavaria
Oh,
is
okay,
like
yeah.
more the southeast, but the Bavarians are a little bit, like a little bit more crazy. I like
Yeah,
them
man.
as well. It's very beautiful down there.
Yeah.
but
we,
we are like
everyone
closer to
says
Switzerland.
the
They
same
are closer
thing.
to Austria, basically.
Nice.
Everyone says
Like
the
south
same
of-
thing about Bayern, man. They're always like, yeah, they're a bit different down there. Do you know? I think that's how the rest of the UK sees us in Devon, to be honest,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Somerset and
They
Cornwall.
think we just
yeah.
like live in tractors and eat.
All
Yeah.
farmers
chew,
and stuff.
chew on corn.
Yeah.
yeah, just
Yeah.
like having beers outside the whole time.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah,
Mate, in
I
the
mean,
summer,
yeah,
to be fair, it's not far off that down here. Like I was talking to the boys today, and like it's a year ago now. Like April, obviously, like the seasons have changed here in the UK. Well, globally, but with our version of that in the UK is like April time, like this time of the year now, where it's hot outside and stuff. Like this time last year, we were sat outside like one world, chilling, drinking beers, all that sort of stuff. And it's like it's weird to think that like now, like this is the time of year where we usually start doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Same
Yes.
here. Like, what the fuck's been happening in Berlin? Like, we had like 1 full month of like everyday sun shining and like blue skies and shit. It's super weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's mad. I remember right back in school, it used to be like the 6 weeks that your summer holiday from school was. That's when the weather was, and it was like summer, like straight up like proper
Oh,
summer.
yeah, I
Whereas
remember
now
that.
we get these
Hot.
like I've heard it called like Indian summers, where it's like we
Yeah.
get like April, May is hot, and then like we have that weird time of rain through like
Monsoon
June.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like some
and then-
Southeast Asia shit.
Yeah, and then in October, like you get a few days again. It
Yeah,
was weird. Like last year, they like the open air places they shut down in September, And then in like October, there was like one weekend where it had like 23, 24 degrees, and they like all opened up for like another weekend, like bonus round.
Nice. That's
It's mad, isn't it?
Crazy.
Summer ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. Like
Especially
I
not
said,
this
like
one.
to be honest, at the moment, like I'm glad it's sunny outside. Imagine if all this was going on right now and it was like raining and grey outside. Like
Yeah.
it's hard enough as it is. Like
It would be nowhere to go anyway.
yeah,
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 exactly.
Just like
brutal.
standing in the bus stop.
Yeah. Imagine like every time you have to go to the shop or anything, it's like if there's basically what I'm saying is this if this happened in winter, it would be way worse than it is. At least like right now you can read too much Daily Mail and then you can go outside and go, oh well, at least it's sunny, I can chill in the garden sort of thing.
Well, I think as well, it's like it's much better to have like any respiratory stuff in the summer than it is in the winter, isn't it? As well.
That's
like,
true.
just
Yeah,
generally,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and, like,
Imagine if we
I
all just
don't
got a
know.
cold in the winter and be like, you got coronavirus.
Mate, it's
Trying
like
it
because
out.
there was that mad fake news going about that like cold kills it. So then like lots of
What?
people died of like pneumonia, like was the cause, or like linked with corona, but like it was mainly pneumonia that got them
like the
because
immune
they
system's
followed
more
this
fucked,
news.
right?
Luddy's comment.
What's he done?
That's the real conspiracy. They want all the sun to themselves.
Eternal sunshine, baby.
Yeah, exactly. That's his
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get into Operation Solar
Yeah.
Shield. and
Yeah.
that stuff.
My brain
One-
just
one-
started thinking about all the
Mitch-
conspiracies I've
Mitch
read
Pike
today, and
just said, and it made me think of conspiracy. Dude, I don't think the weather in England is getting enough attention. When was the last time we saw a spell of good weather like this? And it started almost to the day that lockdown began. Mate, they control.
Yeah, I know.
Stick us in lockdown and then turn the weather to sunshine to keep us happy.
Careful.
Wait,
Have you-
wait, Luca,
Hey.
we'll have a chat about it after the show. Owen's got some mad theories about weather
The
control. and stuff.
CIA, mate.
My
The CIA. He's heard them all already, mate. You're joking.
Mate, I
He's
don't
heard
remember
them
the
all.
conversations after this show. I'm always
If
I've had
anyone's
a
had a
couple of
puff, if
coffees.
anyone's had a puff with me, we've covered it, mate. Trust me.
Oh,
We've
I've had
covered
they
it
send
all.
those like.
I didn't talk to you
radio
about this,
world.
Owen.
Okay, we'll get into it later then. Don't worry. Don't worry.
yeah.
Come to the
V-
club later.
The VIP after party is always interesting when.
So they're doing Aladdin später, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's this
Ooh,
German,
speaking
like,
in
really,
code.
really famous.
I heard
really
they needed
famous
to
German
change the
singer.
batteries.
He's gone crazy.
Yeah, man.
Savior. Fucking hell.
I just wanted to say big up Maddie Taylor locked in because she's I just noticed when I was
Yeah.
downstairs a minute ago when I was going on my phone. She's a top fan apparently. So big up
Shout out
Maddie for
Maddie.
being locked in and sticking with us because this is
Absolutely.
this is week 4 now of this show, which is
5.
cool. No, not
Five
of, not of
weeks
the
in
show, not the
Oh,
whole
not
pub.
the
I mean this show.
Third week.
show.
3rd week.
3.
Yeah.
The first one doesn't really count. The first one, then where I had no guests. This the one where we found the format. The first one was I was just on as a guest, and we were like, "Oh, we should do a thing." Yeah, we can call it phone.
What? And then Luddy was the week after that.
Then Luddy came on the week after that. He was my first guest. Then Salty V.
Oh,
Now
sick.
Nico.
Mate, wow,
So
this
it's
is a
full.
thing
Only
now.
was
3
your
weeks
first
in,
name?
and we've got like we've got our own little like. We'll chat about it later, mate. I'm gassed, trust me. And then like Nico's just come on, who you've never met before, and it's like a normal chat. And the whole week I've been saying to him, don't worry about it, bro. Not that he was worried, but like
Wow.
it's a chill
you were
thing.
Like,
Like, it's so
let's talk
chill.
on Monday, and then you actually we ended up talking about it today.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just broken me in the
because-
comments again.
What's
He's
that?
saying no poster. Luddy was fuming that he didn't get a
Oh,
poster for his
Oh
show.
my god, yeah,
He's seen
Fuck,
V's
I
one
put
and he
up
was
the poster.
fuming.
mate.
And then I made him one and I put him like as a special guest for V's one because I knew he was going to come on at some point and he was like, it feels like a, what did he say? It feels like a,
A pity poster.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That was it, right?
You just wanted
It's
to
still a
see
sick
them
poster,
graphic
though.
skills. It was like putting a test.
Yeah.
I love Liddy,
Fuck,
man.
I didn't put any
Such a legend.
tonic in yet, and I didn't know.
Oh, stitch up.
What's your weapon? What you drinking, bro?
Gin and tonic, mate, all the time. All the time.
Boys, I'm
JD and
dangerously close to running out of vodka, you know. I've got this much left.
As
I
if
forgot
you're
to
on
stock
the
up.
Finish
body.
it, mate.
You're
Mate, it's my
mad,
Friday
you
night
are.
thing.
But vodka's so bad.
The people are calling
man.
for it.
Man, Russian standard is the shit, bro.
Straight
We called
up,
it
there
for
you
some
go.
music. Some music, aren't they?
Ben's
Stop chatting
kicking off.
shit.
He's bored of
Ben's
hearing
kicking
us
off.
talk.
Yeah.
I rate that
Let
he
me-
tells
let me-
us.
let
He's
me
bored
play
of
a few
hearing us
songs.
jacking each other off.
Yeah, that's
you,
sweet.
circle jerking again, weren't we? Sorry.
We can let the people in the comments determine the framework of the show, because at the end of the day we'll just keep talking and people tell us otherwise.
Not that we like to pander to our audience or anything, but like if you didn't like it, just let us know. We'll change the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Change
no.
the name.
Change the name. Pub in the fire.
your
Let's
name.
do it. Change fucking KO Penrice, mate. Let's do it.
Penrose.
Yeah,
I like that.
Penrose.
Penrose.
Right,
I might just stay
ladies
sitting
and
like
gentlemen,
this.
Primrose.
without any further ado, and us shit chatting mofos right here, we're gonna hand over to the very, very capable Lyra.
Oh, yeah. Let's have it.
My guy.
To me now makes me smile. We wait on the train, but meanwhile we could exchange numbers, and if you're keen, I'll buy you a drink sometime. And that's the same pickup line I've used 1,000 times, but you make everything seem new. Know that I don't mean to catch you off guard, but it's hard to fight the attraction. I've gotta thank God. What for? Well, let's just say I feel I've met you before, though I know I haven't met you before. So let me stress you some more. What you up to on a Wednesday at 4? In the afternoon or in the morning, whatever is better. I'll make time. Your voice in that waistline make me wanna place lines of love on that smooth banging bang beats baseline.
I saw you at the station around lunchtime. You make a play, you wanna holler, take your world to sunshine. I'm stunned, inspired by your voice and your waistline. Plays line of love on that banging bang beats baseline. I saw you at the station around lunchtime. You make a play, you wanna holler, take your world to sunshine. I'm stunned, inspired by your voice and your waistline. Plays line of love on that banging bang beats baseline.
Wherever the sun shines is where we'll go. And when there is none, for whatever reason, you should still know that I will go the extra mile to find it for you and I. It's challenging, but just managing with you at my side fits. My criteria for happiness, whenever you're happy, is a good time for me. And trust me, good times we'll see. And know at times I'll be a little overzealous. You confuse it for jealousy, but I could never be jealous. I trust you enough, let it be known. It makes you nervous that my loving is shown without shame. But babe, what's the reason you think I came into your life to spread strife? You use you like the ones before. I'm nothing like them. I'd like to smite them, like to invite them to see just how strong this bond is. I'll be swift and gentleman like for you, just like James Bond is. For you, I'm honest and on the beat I perform this whole day for those days where the sun shines and the sky don't go gray.
I saw you at the station around lunchtime. You make a play, you wanna holler, take your world to sunshine. Sun out, inspired voice in your waistline. Plays lines of love on that banging bang beats baseline. I saw you at the station around lunchtime. You make a play, you wanna holler, take your world to sunshine. Sun out, inspired by your voice in your waistline. Plays lines of love on that banging bang beats baseline. Waistline. Oh baby, when
That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, nah, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, nah.
Yo.
Yo, you got it,
That's not me. Mate,
That was so
fire.
sick, bro.
So yeah, that was
That's
yeah. The disclaimer is I just basically threw a whole folder of stuff that I made, released and unreleased, mostly unreleased, and yeah, I'm just gonna be trying to compile it somehow that it makes sense.
sick,
Mate,
man.
it was
I love the grime rhythm so much, mate. That was so. Oh,
Yeah, that I had to like throw that in. The funny thing
Had
is,
to.
yeah, like the last two tracks I made with the same vocal sample, which is from a friend of mine, Babe Sila is her name, and we did
Yeah.
a track together called Luna, well for her, and so, but I just ended up flipping that vocal 1,000 times and
sick.
made like a few beats out of it. So yeah,
Sick.
most of them in this tempo.
So you're
That's quality, man. I love it. It had like a real like, I don't know, even like funky house kind of vibe to it, kind of like garagey, like funky housey.
Yeah,
like,
that's my shit. That's my shit. I like the upbeat,
Yeah, I
sort of
know.
like happy, funky shit. I
like
like
yeah,
the dark,
with like
moody stuff, but like it doesn't have to be like so upbeat, I guess.
it reminds me a lot of Hardy Caprio's instrumentals and like these kind of like grime instrumentals with that.
I don't know who that guy is, but he must be a
Hardy
dope guy.
Caprio, I'll show you it next time that we have a session, man. I'll get it up
Nice.
on YouTube. Hardy Caprio's sick, but
Nice
his
one.
beats are like he uses like more kind of like old ideas from like old grime as opposed to like the new kind of trap based grime beats. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's more kind of your style.
Yeah. Like yeah, I get it. That was the idea, like more classic sounding, like Wiley.
Yeah,
sort of,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Things, Fruity Loops
But like
sounds.
if
Free
Wiley
beat.
was happy, do you know what I mean? If he wasn't so
yeah.
angry at the world,
Right.
like
right.
that's the vibe.
I'll
But
blink
yeah,
the
like
flowers.
I really enjoyed that, man. It was so dope to hear it like progress. I'm really glad that you did like small mix. You're gonna do small mixes for us, basically, right?
Yeah, because So there's like some time to talk about them because obviously, if I do like a half an hour thing, we're not gonna talk about anything you heard in the first half.
Probably not. Probably not. Everything for the
Um,
last 5 minutes, innit?
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do like 5-6 tracks at a time, and
Sick.
maybe also group them. Even though now I did like loads from different projects, but I thought maybe like starting in the earlier days and going and then ending
Dope.
with like the last things that I produced.
That would be sick. I'd love to
Maybe
come
that-
on that journey with you. That would be sick. So
Yeah.
drop the next ones, man. Let's go again. Leave a lot of flame emojis for like raw fire in the pub Friday
Alright.
night. Take it away, boy.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like have to spy at the screen. It's like over there, so I'm just like sort of whatever. Let's go.
Do your thing, man.
Super exquisite, super exquisite. I'm super exquisite, super exquisite. I'm highly efficient, and super prolific, super prolific. She said that she want it, I told her I'm on it. If money the topic, then trust me, I got it. I keep it 100, like cash in my wallet, no holes in my pocket, no holes in my pocket. Don't think that you know me when you do not know me. I ball like you will be, I ball like I'm Kobe, but I am a son, the one and the only. I'm dressed in all black, cutting up like Shinobi. I'm back in the trap, listening to some Jodeci. Now I'm the older me, jaw looking over me. Oh look at that, she working me back and she bring out the hoe in me. Pussy controlling me. I just hit a 6, ayy. Ayy. Yeah, I live out space, ayy. Super exquisite, super exquisite. I'm super exquisite, super exquisite. I'm highly efficient, and super prolific, super prolific. She said that she want it, I told her I'm on it. If money the topic, then trust me, I got it. I keep it 100, like cash in my wallet, no holes in my pocket, no holes in my pocket. Super exquisite, super exquisite. I'm super exquisite, super exquisite. I got no limits, I got no limits. You swim with the fishes, The flow is hypnotic, I'm super like Sonic. I'm really demonic, my soul is bionic. My flow is acidic, that's very prolific and super exquisite, super exquisite. I'm super exquisite, that's something you isn't. I'm walking with spirits that live through my lyrics. I'm studying physics for scholars and mystics. I'm very persistent when checking the digits. I need it in pounds, euros and yens. Fuck the specifics, just get it delivered. I come from a town, we call the ends. Kill all your friends so there's no more revenge. Hey. I just hit a 6, ayy. Hey. I just hit a 6, ayy. Hey. I just hit a 6, ayy. Hey. Yeah, I live out in space, ayy.
selber finden kann. Ich lauf, Mama, es soll so sein, Träum vorbei, suche meine Nacht für das Held, ja, soll so sein, heute bin ich frei, wie lange nicht mehr, ey, die Matrix kam mir teuer zu stehen, aber meine Kabel getrennt, alle ihre Zahlen bei mir im Weg, Identität, Text auf dem Beat, ich Informatikstudent, Schaden begrenzt, Ausstieg überlegt, sicher, dass ich nicht tiefer fallen werd, Gedanken waren leer wie jetzt am Portemonnaie, konnte die Gründe nicht sehen, so trug wie das Wasser ist, über Boden zirkulieren wie Kettenkarussell, nebenbei Konsequenzen ignorieren, muss kein nicht, du wusst nicht, wer ich war bin und werd viele Fotografien der Gamlin Back. Lass mal alles verlieren, dann kommt selten, kann Signale ignorieren, ich suche nach mir, meine Phase zum Zweck, neue Nacht, neue Nights und das Bett muss hier weg, muss hier weg, ich hab nicht meine Hand, ich mich hier beschöpfen kann, du hast alles mitgenommen, außer den Spiegel an der Wand, Spiegel an der Wand, an der Wand, an der Wand, an der Wand. Sage mir, spürst du Vibes? Es geht los 3, 2, 1. Frieden ist nicht so weit. Ich bin hier, komm vorbei. Vibes. Warum bist du nicht nice? Redest echt sehr viel Scheiß. Könnt ihr geben, doch sie Komplimente in der Night. Das sind Vibes. Spüre sie nah und fern. Bin immer am Verkehr. Mit Strömungen, Energien. Fuck, ich kann sie nicht alle bedienen. Lass den Scheiß. Konzentriere dich auf dich. Finde etwas, das du nicht jemand anderem finden kannst. Wenn du weißt, wer du bist, ist Liebe leicht. Okay, ich weiß es nicht, ich denk. Ich halt die Ruder nicht, ich lenk. Wir sind immer voll in Fahrt. Turn up und die Decke brennt. Was für ein Life. Jeden Tag das Gleiche, doch kein Tag ist gleich. Ich komm vorbei und bring die Styles. Ich komm vorbei und bring Vibes. Yeah, Vibes. Überall, wo ich hingehe und ich. Sie sind alle eine Reflexion von mir. Brich das Eis und lass es fließen, babe. Nein, es ist nie zu spät. Vibes. Überall, wo ich hingehe, es ist nice. Alles hier ist ein Teil von mir, wir sind eins. Also lass uns lieben, babe. Bis du in Frieden lebst, sag mir, spürst du Vibes? Zünd dein Doobie an und ich fühl mich saucy. Wieder viel zu high, denn wir rauchen OG. Lyra spielt die Drums ein und all die Flow-Wie. Sam's Emilia auf dem Track. Bin immer da, wo ich bin oder ich war. Kille den Part, auf der Bühne bin ein Star. Crew am Start, wir sind wieder mal viel zu hype und es wird toasty. Schweiß tropft, ich rauch einen Kopf. Mein Stoff, lecker wie ein Topf, ja. Klopf, klopf, lass uns rein, mich um mein Verein. Kicken die Parts wie Tore rein. Warum guckt der Oh my God, it's like rock.
It's a Virtual Pub exclusive.
Yeah.
That smoke on your camera was purple with
Sick,
explosion.
massive.
Mate.
What a journey that was.
Nico, were they all your own tunes?
What?
Were they all your own?
Yeah, that's all my
Oh
tunes.
my God.
What?
productions and stuff.
Mate, there's
was
people
my
in the comments
disclaimer.
just like, yo, what tune is this? It's all his own tunes, baby.
How many
so
songs
I
have
just
you
had to
written?
tell
DJ
them.
set, but actually it
What's
gets me
that?
like inspired. Maybe I should do like a proper live. I did this once or twice where it's like a live beat set where I just like bring in different loops and like mash them together and shit.
Do it.
But yeah, it's takes a bit
100%,
more
man.
preparation.
Mate, it was so sick.
Damn.
But yeah,
like,
it's nice. Like I'm actually like realizing which tracks kind of fit together and shit. And
mate, so we had so many comments going, "What's this song?" It's like it's all his own, man.
yeah,
Nico's
they're
a G.
like obviously sometimes you could hear like some gain because some of them I got like mastered like properly and some are like just like bouncing out ideas and shit. So yeah,
They all
that's
sounded great, man.
nice one.
There's
Yeah, it
that
was
like
sick.
house. That was that like housey tune with like the deep bass.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that
What
one
is that, man?
fairly new. That one I'm actually looking to get like signed to some house label. To be honest, it has
Mate.
like a breakbeat in it, right? And then
The boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I can't
Got
remember
my
it. So
man.
I've
With
listened to it
with
for like 2
the
seconds.
female vocal. Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, it was hard. Owen's froze on us. I'm going to drop him out for a sec.
Was it the female vocal one?
Yeah, was it this one? Let me check. I call it "Got My Man." This one?
Oi!
Yeah,
Maybe.
that one. Yeah.
Maybe. Does the bass go half time later on? Like boom, 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 boom. Is that more housey?
Yeah. It goes like this. Then maybe. Oh, what else did I play? I played. No.
For you lot just tuning in, you're locked into the name of this show. Always escapes me. I want to call it This Pub's Got Fire. It's Fire in the Pub. You're locked in with Lyra all the way from Berlin, locked in live with us tonight, taking us through some of the stuff he's been making. And if you just missed that one that just happened then, you missed something that was utter fire here on the Virtual Pub. We've got OK Penrice with us as well, but he's looks like he's having internet issues.
He's on the German version of Talk Talk.
Yeah.
Rubbish broadband.
He's trying
Yeah.
to find some tonic for his gin, mate. So
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I keep adding him, and he's like, "No, I'm not ready yet, boys."
But yeah, man, your tunes are incredible, man.
Mate, it was a journey.
I can fully appreciate how long that must. It takes a hell of a long time just to come up with an idea, right? Like a
yeah,
like a
that's
8-bar
usually not
loop.
the problem, right? The problem is that
The
you
8-bar
wanna make
loops
it,
easy,
Yeah, you want to
and then
make it
and then you've
into-
got to grow
Yeah.
it, and then mix it, and then take stuff out and put stuff back in. So it's easy
Yeah,
for
exactly,
us.
like
It's
get, like-
pleasurable for us to listen to it as a listener, right? But I can appreciate how long it's taken.
Yeah, having the
Um,
idea and then actually getting close to what the actual idea was, that's like fucking, it's long.
It's hard.
And
And
you need to,
Do you
need to
find
learn your shit.
Do you find what part of the writing process do you enjoy most? Right, so you've got the idea,
yeah.
which is awesome, and then
Yeah.
you've got like that 2-hour window of can this idea become a song, yes or no? So you
Yeah.
delve into that.
basically,
And once you got to that point, and then you get then you
yeah,
got the like.
basically, like to me, it's not even. Yeah, maybe you listen to something, you get inspired, and you're like, oh shit, like I really like this groove, or I really like these chords, or whatever.
Mm,
But often for me, it's just like not even a proper idea. It's just like whatever, like a vague, like a BPM or whatever, or a sample. And then I just start throwing shit at it, basically.
Do you write
But do
shit
you-
to
do you-
to,
sorry,
to be
Sweet.
able to? Sorry, mate. Go on.
Do you? What I was trying to say was, so you've got the idea part of writing a song, and then you've
Yeah,
got
so I enjoy the
taking
very
the idea
beginning-
and making
the
it into
very
a song. So you got
beginning
the
is-
bridge.
The very beginning is the most, like
Do
the
you
most fun. The very beginning, like the
Do you
first
still
half an
enjoy-
hour,
Yeah.
like the
Do
first
you
half 1 hour, sort of, like What's Owen saying? What's that layering?
I think you guys are getting a bit of like delay going on or something, because like you're like
That's why.
hip, 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 that's
You-
it,
you
because
know
you
when
keep
you-
cutting each other off.
come to the end of a song and polishing it and finishing it and going, right, saved, it's done. Do you still love the song as much as you did beforehand? Because it's a long process, right?
I definitely love it more because it sounds more finished, but it doesn't mean that I want to listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
then
like-
a week later, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But
Do-
with the it's a really nice moment when you have sort of like a session. Usually it's like very late at night, and then you get onto something and you're like super hyped. And then often I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it till here, and I'm gonna take a break because like I think I'm getting really excited, but I don't know where it's going. So then often I just like close the session before I even get like too far into the thing, which is a little
That's
bit
cool.
stupid because if you keep going on that train, you can like finish the whole song. But often I just leave it at like these 2 loops that I've made, and they're like super hyping me up the whole time.
Nice.
Do you write stuff to DJ it live, or do you write it to put the track out autonomously?
Depends.
And so for the stuff that you write in for that, just you are going to be DJing it, do you give yourself like the liberty of kind of like maybe not finishing it as much as you would if you were putting it out as a track? Do you have bits that you just finish, that you just keep as a little loop, and you save that out and you bounce it out as that, or is everything a finished track?
Like a link.
Yeah, everything's a finished track for sure. And like recently I've started DJing a bit more again, like the last few months. I founded like this sort of DJ duo. Now it's a trio, and it's like a mate of mine, John Noon, and DJ El Shaik, and we are like putting on parties and shit. And,
195, baby.
and we are basically playing this sort of hybrid of everything, and it's a lot about edits and remixes and unofficial. It's like all these SoundCloud digging, and then you have like
Sick.
whatever, you know. And so then I started making a lot of tunes just to like play them out, and these are like edits. So I take like the song that's already known, and then I completely like fuck it up and maybe just chop it up. And this I still get to a mastering guy, but I don't spend like hours and hours on the mix downs, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like I spend a good amount, but now it's more. Yeah, it's like an edit, right? So it's not like my own complete thing, but it's more like a fun, like sort of thing. And this takes the pressure off, and like I really don't spend like I still go very into details and shit because this is my production style, like tiny breaks and like fading this out before this comes in, sort of. But I still
you
like
can
push
hear
You
it,
know
man.
things quickly.
That's
The
really-
details are like crispy, man. Like the I think that's like I'm do a bit of design in my day job. Like we make websites, but it requires me to do a bit of design. Yeah,
And you do
and
the
like
posters
I think
as well.
yeah, I do all the posters for this. Yeah, although
Not for
that's
Lily,
like nah, Luddy don't get one. He's he was the prototype. But no, I think like that's one thing I always hear through like design kind of advice and stuff is that the details matter. It's like you can get an overall concept in there and it doesn't feel polished, it doesn't feel like a finished thing until you've gone through with a fine-tooth comb and looked at all of those details, and that's what
Yeah.
pulls the whole thing together.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying, Nico, is actually super interesting because obviously being in lockdown, I'm normally a chef, so I've been writing more music now.
You're a chef.
Yeah. But I used
Oh,
to
sick.
be a
Top chef,
musician.
by the way.
There are
So-
proper parallels between composing and chefing.
Yeah, absolutely. So
We said about this
Fine.
last week, mate.
finding this time to write music, I'm going to make the most of it because that's what I used to do all the time. And what you've just said about, my issue is I get to the idea and then I worry too much about, like, has that got a compressor on it? Does that sound beefy enough? Does the mastering sound good? I try and do it all as I go, but really,
Yeah.
I should just focus on the music.
Yeah, because your ideas are sick, Luca, and I think if you
I get
allowed yourself to
blindsided
put the
by
ideas
everything.
down and then had a separate slot of time where you did
Mixing,
I think you'd like we said at the start of the show, like there's that one tune you've been working on that's now 3 different stations of the same tune because you won't allow yourself to finish it, and that's not a criticism. It's if anything, it's like props to you because you're
it's a producer or like an artist sort of curse, basically. Like everybody has this.
yeah.
And
It's tough, isn't it?
I've been like producing for over 10 years, and I haven't like maybe there's like 1% of all the songs that I made. Like not even 1% of all the projects I've started are actually finished and put somewhere for people to listen to.
What?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to ask you, actually. What I wanted to ask Nico about this last little set that we heard. I need a track ID, firstly, for Jack James as well, because he got at me in the comments and he was like, what's this track? What was the Vibes track? What's the Vibes track? I know, but who's it with? I just want to see, because I know who you...
I played 2 German tracks. The first one was John Own, was like a really upbeat one, and the last one track I played was Vibes with a friend of mine. He's called Nali. Basically, he has different alter egos, and I am not allowed to go too much into detail.
Okay,
but,
I see.
He doesn't have any music out as Nali.
Virtual Pub exclusive.
I think I have an idea then. I know that voice then, so that's cool. Anyway, for me, in the scene that you've like introduced me to, Nico, that's cool for me to know that, right?
He's Berlin based.
I know. I guess who it is now. I know. I'll ask you, and if I get it right, you try to tell me.
He's been making these tracks for years and he doesn't have them out yet. Can you imagine? Like he has like at least 120 tunes as this Nali guy.
It's a Virtual Pub exclusive.
Sorry.
He has like 3 music videos. He has like so much stuff ready and it's not out there yet. And you're like, like it's fucking. It can be
backing it up, man. That's how to do it. Is stockpile music. Speaking of stockpiling music as well, actually, shout out to Torbados. Paul Riley has actually released a tune today under
I didn't know he played.
So, mate, he's got one of the purest voices I've ever heard in my life. And
mate,
he's
Tom, his brother. Like he's our Riley and Paul's yours.
That's some people had to serve some people. Let's not say all these names on national television anyway. But like still, he's got
international
a project
baby.
Francis Wolf and the Scoundrels have just released the tune today. Basically, I'm just gonna message him now and get me to send the link. But like that's a Torbados band who I would love to give a shout out and support. But back to Nico anyway.
I just wanted to say in terms of like tips for like handling all these ideas, basically just play them to people, and see what they say, and ultimately just upload that shit somewhere and
get it off your
move on to the next.
Do it for the fun of it.
You're gonna come up with so many dope ideas that like if this one is where you get stuck, either just leave it, give it to somebody to work on it. Give it to somebody else to work on it, or just upload it as a demo or whatever, and then it feels like it's done for you, and people have heard it, and then you move on to the next.
I'm not sure if Liddy's watching, but I'm going to send that track to Liddy and he can finish it because I'm sick of it.
That's what Ludi does.
Just that's what I'm saying, mate. But that's
I'm just
the
going to
joy
send the
of it
project
now.
file
Is
to Liddy and just get on with the next track because it's doing my head in. And I was on track 3. I was like flying and then I got stuck on this one. I fucked it all out.
Yeah.
mate,
The
Nico
30-day track
sent me a
challenge.
beat. Nico sent me a beat Easter Sunday, wasn't it? That was when you wrote the beat, Easter Sunday Choppers, wasn't it? That one
Yeah.
is Easter Sunday, and then like a week after that, we like met up and got it done on 420.
Well,
Awesome.
yeah.
So-
Now I need to like edit and mix it, but yeah. It's
Yeah,
getting
but
close,
like-
getting
But
closer.
that's almost like the pleasurable bit. Now all
That bit's
the
done now.
music's done. Just got to polish it. But my issue is I come up with ideas and I polish at the same time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you could send off the tracks before they're like finished in your head. Like say to Owen, and then get the bars back, and then polish like right at the end when the whole thing's
everything
done.
Together. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if they're polished, then it doesn't mean you just need to arrange them.
Sorry.
You still need to arrange them.
Yeah, that's
True.
the issue.
That's
Yeah.
the fucking issue. I hate arranging. I
Yeah.
hate it.
I like arranging because arranging is when the song comes to life, right? And you
Yeah, but
come
it's
up
so
with more
difficult.
ideas. Yeah.
Like much
I hate
barrier.
recording, man.
My issue is I don't really listen to hip hop that much. It's a new genre that I'm writing,
Oh, okay.
but I enjoy it. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Luddy's saying send it over, Luca.
Send
Get
over.
it done.
Wah, wah, wah.
Can I just shout out Sarah in the comments? She started off, I think she's a new listener. She came in talking about getting on the show and getting involved in this, that, and the other. And the latest comments has just been like, you lot of sound, great chit chat. Thank you. This is the best thing ever. Thank you. So big up Sarah. Thanks for sticking around and thanks for such lovely comments. I got one more question for Nico. You mentioned earlier you're in a new space now. Have you found yourself more productive since you've been in there? Are you getting locked in down there? Are you? Because this studio that you're in right now, this is the new space, right?
This is the new space. Yeah, this is
Mate,
the
it
room
looks-
that I'm
Oh, it's
sharing this
amazing.
room with 2 other people actually. Who
It's a
are
sick
who are-
space, man.
They're rarely here. This is nice. And
Nice. So they help you pay the rent, but you're always there.
yeah, right now. I
A
think
bit
this
like
corona
Liddy
thing
with
is,
the
like, scaring
Airbnb.
people off. Which is good for me. But yeah, I've been getting more productive for sure. Like the first 2, it took me like 2-3 sessions in here to kind of like get into the vibe of this room. And now I actually came in here a few days ago and I got my rug, I got my chair, I got like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
a few of my own things.
Mm.
So now I feel like a bit more. I mean, it has no windows, but this is sort of what I started liking as well. It's like a
Mate,
little
it looks
cave.
like a legit like Berlin basement. To be fair,
Yeah,
man.
you-
It is
mate.
basement,
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, you can get stuck and you can forget time, and you
I
know,
like that.
and then you.
I love the
you
little
get into
smoking
a-
area, man. That's the coolest thing about that place.
Oh,
is
you've
under
been
the
there, Owen.
stairs. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
Ah,
sick. mate.
sick.
Sick.
Yeah.
We had a social
Oh,
distancing
mate.
vocal session. Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
How did
Sick.
that go? We're gonna have a virtual pub exclusive, or
I don't know whether you wouldn't have had time to bounce that out, Nico, tonight now because you had to such a complicated sound
Let's
check.
wait and see.
Oh!
I mean,
it's
to
a
be honest,
virtual pub exclusive.
I bounced it out while you were like chatting before, and I didn't like I didn't like have a proper
I'm
listen.
so excited.
I didn't have a proper
Me
listen.
neither.
So
I've seen
know?
when we first started the show and you were like right up against the
He was, like,
camera. I was like, he's
running
doing
around.
something.
Yeah,
I want to know what he's
I saw
doing.
Nico like running backwards and
Yeah.
forwards, like, changing 6 different outfits.
yeah. I got into my walk-in closet here, and
Yeah.
basically,
Closet?
no, the bathroom
No.
was on the other side, in the other studio. So there's like another guy working on his shit.
Right, fellas. You know, I said I was running out of vodka very quickly.
He's going to the off license.
You guys know? No, I can't get out, man.
Great.
So
Success is never on, you know.
I'm playing adverts on the stream again. You know,
Oh, is it?
I've mentioned on the stream a few times. I'm with my nan, like living here through this.
Oh
this,
yeah, shut
like,
up, Nan, every time.
Yeah,
I love
straight
Graham.
up. So you know, nans, yeah, they've always got booze in the cupboard under the stairs, just
What's
for
she
like
got?
in case a party kicks off. Well, I found this.
What is that? Prosecco.
It's a
It
bottle
must
of
be something
like
odd.
prosecco, but it's like 10.5% prosecco, so it's just like ultimate sulfites. I'm gonna hate myself in the morning for drinking this,
Yeah,
but
you're
right
gonna
now
take shit, mate.
it's giving me
You're
the
gonna get a
confidence to
proper buzz.
potentially drop a little track for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nico, how much more have you got first? Let's just plan ahead a little bit here as well. How much more do you want to do?
I would love to hear more, Nico.
Yeah, I
Well,
want to hear more
obviously,
and practice the bars
exactly.
one more
I
time.
got shit for days, but
So save it for part. Save some of it for part 2.
What?
Nico,
yeah,
Lyra, Fire in the Pub Part 2.
I'm gonna play our tune, Owen, and I'm gonna play
Sick.
some of those edits that I've been doing.
Yes, dope.
And some more like upbeat, like clubby shit.
Nice.
So yeah, probably.
The
I would say I could do like one longer set or like 2 small ones. I don't know. But
I
yeah,
reckon
let's do 2 small ones.
yeah, like two, 3/4, like two 10-minute things or something.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
And
So
then
like a quick-
Squid in the middle.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, production live on air.
All right.
Let's drop in for another one.
Question though, Nico, just before you do it, the edit, that's all the stuff on SoundCloud for me to get the link, right?
Yeah, but obviously I have some that are not on SoundCloud yet.
Not released, but it will
So
give
there's
people
one Alicia
something to
Keys
look at.
one that I'm just waiting to drop, to be honest. But I'm waiting for the cover. My mate
Okay.
that does the covers, he's like taking super long.
When they see the covers, they'll understand.
Yeah, and you were the one who said like, those are dope. We need to like keep doing it. That's why I'm waiting on him. You know.
Yeah, man. Like the theme with the covers is really cool. I think like how they all look similar is really nice. Like they're all obviously the same designer doing it. Yeah, they're dope. So I'll grab the link for those quickly anyway and send them over to you, Luca, and you can get them in the comments. And then Nico's gonna take it away. Lyra, the big man.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, live on a virtual pub. Let's get ready to rumble. Go on, where's that sample gone? Here we go.
Do it. That just sounded like Adrian.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see your flame emojis coming in the comments. We're going live one of 2 more times now. Lyra, Friday night, here on a virtual pub. Fire in the pub. Let's hear
This
you.
is the one.
The way we level up growth, make it haters head no, put the rev in tow, can't escape the next drop, put the venom in flow. Spidey sense done, don't talk like we're fam, go and try the next one. Your ops don't bang, you just wanna try the vest on. You don't roll deep, don't roll dank. Friday night, looking like you got no plans. If honey want meat, she can have this spam.
Friday night.
Shouldn't really matter about the Aaron chat. Just know that I'm a gallus in the savage of tracks. Baddest in the matter, that's a matter of fact. Stand a man, stand him, get the man on the map. Certain man to cover up the cowardly acts. Blame it on the brother called a rat don't rat tat tat tat. If you ain't gonna blast right back at him, we put pride, not magnums. Reload vibes, not magazines. Mix crowds and expand the scene. Fam, I can't stand the scene. Fuck boy fads and designer jeans. Face tats and sample fees, viral drama queens. I get a lot of wheeze.
Dragging on, sashay away, grind like big dead bang, hit stay, don't play free sets, got rent to pay, rum gold, guy, master, smiley face, bump thick fans in the tiny ways, fuck right, that's blind, go and find the mates, go find your own, go and hide your shit, and go back to bed, and start a day.
Faces in the dark, ain't gonna give them a chance to stop me. Tell your dogs to calm, bitches fight to let us pass the polish. Faces in the dark, ain't gonna give them a chance to stop me. Tell your dogs to calm, bitches fight to let us pass the polish.
They come from all around the world for them. These niggas are killed for that. Put it in your grill for that. Still everybody got a bill for that. Me, I make meals off that. See, I ride when I drive down the block and you look outside. HATE in your eyes. I enter big money for the enterprise. It's a beautiful day, I guess, for a bitch to roll with Andre, I guess. Roll it up, baby, come on, lift that trust and roll it up for me when I'm stressed.
You might catch me in Atlanta, looking like a boss. New Orleans and then Miami. Party in the field. Texas, I be screwed up. Chi-town, I be really pimpin'. But nothing like my hometown. Now forever living. Women, weed, and weather.
They come for
Women, weed, and weather. For the women, weed, and
from all
weather.
around the world for the
Women, weed, and weather. Got that women, weed, and weather. Don't it sound clever? Come and play. What more can I say? Welcome to LA. My nigga said he wanna fly out to get him some 3 W's only for a 3-day run. Bitch, take the motherfucking pennies off, you ain't know none. Shit. I be living in the sky every time I ride by them hoes. Living in the sky on the radio, cause Stevie know I control. Let it breathe, I control. California living till I am old. We want to be on the charts, so the peons can be gone and be on their hearts. She ain't the cool, she ain't the neon, cause she on the BS before we can start. Ride with a nigga. You're a T or the meat. Niggas OG killer. All these boy eat. All they walk, pretty bitches and tire marks. Let them inhale the pipe. Like this art and even rewind it often because we see it and find it. Open-minded, communicate in silence, psychic on the dope speak or designed it nice and easy. That's how we like it. Though lines we recite cars in seismic activity, cracks in the street, massivities. That's fact, actually, element bumping this when they make love a peace. Come and see what we about to be free. Cause we let go of the beast inside, let it roam, let it be. Let it find prey, let it drink in the stream. And when it return, I can see that's me in the line. Time's right, I'ma climb heights. Show the world who we are, unsigned hype. Push the bar up far like 20 at the gym. Get it in, working all day and all night. From my mind to the left to the far right. If we all get with it, we be alright. We be alright, we be alright, we be alright. Yeah. See me with 9-6, might just put an EP out, yeah. Feeling like righteous, might click, always rolling with me, yeah. Feeling like Titan, hold the world up, boosted by fear, but understand when I land, where we already are, it's a party up in here.
All my niggas on deck, feel the fucking glow. It is that beam that connect, came to let you know. Everybody on a mission for the loot, gang. What's the loot, man? What's the truth, babe?
Fucking T96, y'all niggas know what it is. With dope, smoking toast, with niggas be blubbering. Energy level high as a fucking I'm sipping that Wasta, bro. Come and get that mic. Funk, who got the fire? Get the funk with the Fibonacci flow. I'm focused, aim with the trump. All my niggas ride with the spirit. I never would have vibe to the with a lie because nigga, never took a side. Negative or not, nigga took his time to accomplish the cadence. Who got the funk, the pain, the ink, the brain, the power to tickle the competition? Everybody like, I'm fit to be known. I'm fit to get off the rise, get with the code. Y'all niggas are orthodox, never is dope. I'm finna the port and I'm winning the gold. Niggas ain't got that wisdom. Assimilating all who can get it. Go elevate the block, better witness. D96, it is goddamn business.
See me with 9-6, might just put an EP out, yeah. Feeling like righteous, might click. Feeling like Titan, hold the world up, boosted by fear, but understand when I land, where we already are, up, boosted by fear, but understand when I land, where we already are, up, boosted up.
Cocaine.
sich selbst eingetrichtert. Ich fand meine Mitte, schnitt sie in Stücke. Bruder, kein Standard kommt an meine Lungen. Wie kein Zufall, dass hier kein MC in die Cypher kommt. Ja, glaub mir, was du willst, ich trau ins Denken blind. Du glaubst, du machst sie klar, ich glaub das eher nicht. Du meinst, die fetten Jahre sind vorbei. Naja, wenn du das meinst, ich seh sie erst beginnen. Glaub alle Kabel, ich kappe Kabel. Tagelange Nacht im Nacken, reguliere blind und angebracht. Dick, du Ecke zwar getaktigt, dabei gab es die Karten. Ich rede nur so dahin. Mein Lachifachi hat sich mehr Potenziale unterm Strich so auf den Tag, dass ich fast wieder off bin. Oft dicht und profitabel in Zahlen und Umgang mit Gage, aber Schusterpassagen, die dir den Kopf sprengen. Guck, wie sie gaffen, lang, Hals wie Giraffen, plappern wie Papageie, primitiv wie Primaten, so als wäre die Szenen so. Oh, 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 oh. Glaub mir, was du willst, ich trau ins Denken blind. Du glaubst, du machst sie klar, ich glaub das eher nicht. Du meinst, die fetten Jahre sind vorbei. Naja, wenn du das meinst, ich seh sie erst beginnen. Glaub mir, was du willst, ich trau ins Denken blind. Du glaubst, du machst sie klar, ich glaub das eher nicht. Du meinst, die fetten Jahre sind vorbei. Naja, wenn du das meinst, ich seh sie erst beginnen. Ich seh sie erst beginnen.
Wait, I can't believe you just hit us with a bit of liquid at the end there, mate.
Innit?
Yeah, that's why
You
I
are
played it.
bad,
I was like-
man.
I was like, they're gonna get it.
Mate, you caught me mid Pringle, and oh, that was naughty, mate.
Man's been
that was
caught
proper
with his
naughty.
trousers down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
I was.
the idea was I was trying to make some kind of beat switch, and then my mate who's rapping, John, he was like, "Yo, why don't you do like a little like drum and bass kind of thing?"
Yeah,
like,
double
okay,
time at the
okay,
end.
You want that? Yeah, like easy. Put a
Yeah, it
little,
was sick,
think
right?
Is
back
that
in
coming
there.
soon? That one then? Because I really fucking like
That one is
one.
the next
Obviously.
one. It has a video and everything. And this
Sick.
was just a master. Like I got this master like literally like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, because like that's I think
From
your
London. London guy mastered this.
your project for me, that your collaboration, obviously apart from Dope as Dope, your big hustle that is like the is a collaboration in itself. That's the stuff that for me, that's my favorite guy that you work with, you know. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
You saw him opening for Wretch, didn't you?
that's yeah. So I saw and it's a good story actually, because it links in always with the same people, of course. But like when you had the gig, which was literally the last like event that I think we all went to.
The Badehouse one, huh?
Yeah, that would be the
Oh, that was
last time
terrible.
that we were free. That was yeah, but it is what it is, mate. There was a virus kicking off, you know,
Yeah.
like you were fighting a pandemic to fill a venue, you know, like we were still allowed to do the gig, which is like
That was literally the last night that you could have a gig.
that was the last one, mate. That was it. It's not been the same since, right? And Ben was like, yeah, he was gonna come down, and I was like, yeah, we'll go down and we're gonna check this guy John Noon out, because I'd seen him open for Wretch Free too, and he was at an English concert supporting Wretch where he opened in German to like a crowd of mostly English people.
Sick.
You know, like, and he killed it, mate. And like, I don't need to understand all of his lyrics. He's the truth. And I said that to Ben. Ben came down and Ben looked at me and he's like, yeah, you're right. You know, it's like when
Yeah,
you see
he's got the knowledge, you know. He's a music. He's my friend that we do the DJ nights with. So he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
195.
listens to like all the shit, and he knows about all of them guys and the flows and whatever.
hip hop IQ. That's the thing that I was talking about before. He's like, yeah, one of those kids that was growing up listening to hip hop, mate. Trust me. And like, and that Spiegel an der Wand tune, mate. Like, if you want to explain a bit about like what that tune means, if you can talk, if you're allowed to talk about it, like that's Spiegel an der Wand is like a party tune, right? In a way. Or
Yeah, I mean it's sort of like about the same themes as other songs on this EP. Yeah, it's like it is kind of about going through a breakup and like trying to find yourself again.
Sim.
And basically he's saying I don't have anything left except the mirror on the wall. and tell mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me like how I find myself, like how I look at myself, like in the mirror, basically. So that's
Sick,
like
man.
the title of the song. And but yeah, the whole vibe is party because
Yeah, man.
I made this tune. Yeah, just I think just before I went to Brazil. It has like this kind of like Brazilian sort of
It's
break
a
beat.
massive juxtaposition though. That's what I love about the tune because it sounds like such an uplifting tune.
I mean, it is,
N-
it is kind of like a tune, like a new beginning sort of tune. So
Cathartic
it is
tune, yeah.
uplifting in a way to say
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm leaving shit behind, I'm just like, I'm just about to go on an adventure, and and then you go into it.
Sick.
The
And you were
tune is
writing
too
that,
futuristic for people are not gonna get it.
and
Basically,
you did that stuff just before you went on an adventure to Brazil.
yeah.
That's so cool, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
I was just getting
That's
into this
fucking
whole
sick.
kind of Brazilian. There's like this whole side genre of club music with Brazilian influences because they
Yeah,
have
man.
their own genre. They have their own trap sort of, which is like this called baile funk, and it's like this
Baile
cha 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 cha, and basically, yeah. So people mix this up. There's like some American producers who mix this with trap, and then
Dope.
you get like these halftime, double time sort of shits, and then you have like some Jersey house in there and shit as well. So this would be a
Oh,
tune that we would
crazy.
DJ. We can put this in the DJ sets easily. It's like 130 BPM, and it has
Man.
like all these breakdowns, and in the end, it's just got like an instrumental breakdown. So
Dude,
yeah.
when you played that live, that was like honestly, like, because we were like me. I'm a big like stool seater and like corner stander and like back of the crowd stander, but like that got me off my stool, which was on the bar.
Unless you're
which
at
is inside.
the Altered Soul Experiment.
Altered Soul Experiment, and shout out Altered Soul Experiment. Hopefully they'll see this and give us free entry for life. But no, yeah. I mean, I'm known to cut a rug as well, mate. Exactly. Known for a two-step.
Cutting shapes.
Cutting shapes. We've been there many a time, me and you. Exactly, man. But that's what I love. For me, I find like myself even pigeonholing you and saying like, oh yeah, like dope is dope. It's like hip hop. It's not even like the latest release that you guys have done is like been really moved away from the releases that came before it.
That's a big problem. You have to like sell it somehow. So how do you explain people? You're like people
Yeah.
that haven't heard it. How do you convince them to have a listen? And if you
Package
think,
it nicely, which I think you guys do well with your branding and like the like obviously
it's
when you
difficult
play
though,
it.
because I don't know, like people, like we throw in the odd trap kind of song, and then people would hear it and they would be like, yeah, nice, and then you hit him with this like random shit, and then
Yeah. What's this? Where's the trap gone?
yeah, exactly, like whereas basically it's about like being open and tolerant to dope music. At the end of the day, that's what we are like.
Yeah,
standing
sick.
for.
Regardless of genre, right? Just like putting out good
But
shit.
this you cannot sell to anybody because everybody wants to. Yeah, like I said, like you need a press release that says
They want to
you
know
can
what
do
it
some name
is.
dropping. This works, but
They want to know what it is before they've listened to it, basically, right?
it's a big it's a
In a
big
way.
struggle for me because I want to like do club music and I want to do hip hop as well, and hip hop club music and.
I think in that last set you found the perfect middle ground though. That was like crazy for me. That was like, yeah, I don't know, like K-Tronada-esque, like K-Tronada-esque.
K-Tronada is my fucking idol.
In the perfect like spot though. Do you know what I mean? Between like, because you had like jungle breaks in there. You had like fucking, especially even in the latest Dopest Dope record. There's like the Armin Breaky tune that's like my jam.
Yeah. The welcome.
You know.
Yeah.
That hit you up straight away when I heard it. Like, oh
So
my
like
god,
the
this
Fat
Armin
Boy
Breaky tune.
Slim sort of like Chemical Brothers.
Yeah,
like
man.
shit, yeah.
It's
Love
funny
that.
through the set, like I'm watching the backstage bit, and you just see all the boys every time the tune changes into the next one. All the boys just say yeah.
Gun
And
fingers.
we're not like verbally speaking to each other, so we're just all in the
can't do it,
background,
we're
just like
just-
at the camera, just say yeah on this tune.
Blow 'em up.
Yeah, it's sick. It's vibes.
Yeah, man, nice. I'm really glad I can share some of that stuff, and especially with the UK, that's like been like this huge inspiration on me. So I tell everybody like there's obviously the American scene and hip hop is like huge, but I always look what's happening in the UK. Like,
Yeah,
what's
that's
much
right.
How
closer.
comes, man? Why'd you say that?
Because I feel I was having this like I had a session yesterday with a guy. I just got to know him, and and he's from North Carolina. And I was telling him like, yeah, to be honest, I feel like there's more diversity in the UK, but
I
you cannot
agree,
say
yeah.
that because the UK is so small and
Yeah.
the US is so big. But if you just look at the charts, like what's on top right now, like
Per
I
square
feel like the
meter.
UK has more. I
Yeah.
don't
More
know, like,
bangers
even though it's
per
further
square
away, but
meter.
yeah, it has this like dub and like sound system culture way more than the. Even though they say hip hop originated from Jamaica as well, just like drum and bass and all this stuff did, but I don't know.
Everything.
Like, I like the more broken beat. Basically, that's it. I think.
Yeah.
The skippy stuff. That's what I'm saying. You're a Ciroc in the booth. You know, your pink polo shirt on. Like, you're a garage boy. You know, smoking the ciggies in the club. Look, Mike Skinner vibe. Yeah, mate.
I like that
Love
new
it.
metric. Fuck GDP. We're all about bangers per square meter around here
Bangers
now.
per square meter. I'm so glad that somebody caught that, because when I thought
Mate,
about it,
to
I
be
was like,
fair
that's a
though,
banger.
Fire
bangers
pub.
per square meter in the UK is massive.
Mate, it
It
is.
must be huge for like populated space, because there's so much unpopulated space as well.
Straight
Banger
up.
per capita, like
I
fuck.
mean,
knows.
look at like what how we do it down here in the southwest, and even when I talk about the southwest, I don't even include Bristol. And you like start busting into Bristol, and you got like, do you know what I mean? On a global scale, you got like bangers coming out of Bristol every day.
Capital of subculture in the UK, mate.
Straight up.
Yeah, I really
Brilliant.
regret I
And
never
that's
went
the
to
mad
Bristol
thing,
for
is
rave.
that for me, I never took it seriously until I was like 25, because I'd never spent enough time there to like meet people that lived there that weren't uni students. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once you hit that creative crowd in Bristol, or like even the like restaurant crowd in Bristol, and you realize that the vibe is like collaboration. It's like a diversity where like everyone's just on like peace, love, and prosperity, and it like pops. And Berlin's like that on steads, boys. Trust,
Is it?
like, yeah, mate.
Mate,
It's
I'm
just
so
like,
coming out to you boys when this is done. By the
trust
way,
me, when it's done, lads, and like Nico and me will show you all the best kebab places. Luca,
Yes,
right?
son.
Don't worry.
The kumpia, bruv.
Kumpia and the kufta.
Talking about bangers or like, basically
Sausages.
in the UK you don't have a shameful genre. Just like the US has country. The
Yeah.
Germans have like Schlager.
Yeah, true.
Schlager. What's Schlager?
What's like the embarrassed?
Hey, Sam's got a
Schlager is
big
like
Schlager
German folk-
between his
German,
legs.
like folk music.
Status
It's like
quo.
the music that the Germans drink in Bavaria when they get super drunk and they just sing like they scream out
Yeah.
loud.
Oh,
Boys are back
oh
in
mate,
town.
yeah, we got all that. We got louty like football stuff, like what
Yeah.
Oasis and that kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
Oasis.
but it's
is-
still Oasis. You know what I mean?
Liddy
Like,
said
it's
the
a
That's
words.
still
great
sick,
band.
yeah.
You know,
Oasis
at the end
is
of the
still
day, they're
sick.
good songs. They're good songs.
you reckon?
Yeah.
Luddy's in the
Debate-
comment
mate.
like
Debatable
Wurzels.
about Oasis, man.
Wurzels, mate, yes. I saw
Liam
Wurzels in
Gallagher is a
Exeter for £5, and you got a free hog roast and a free pint of scrumpy.
Yo, you've paid for your
Wait.
food and scran.
You've
Food and
made
scran.
a fiver, mate, basically, in like goods. And they
Mate,
got
and some free
fucking
entertainment at the end of the night.
Mate, and they're old now, mate. They're not.
But
like,
mate, they
and-
bring it live, don't they?
Nico, I will show you who the Wurzels are. That's like our version of like Schlager, I guess.
It's niche, man. It's
Like,
niche.
Which one?
Schlager. I
The
like the word
Wurzels.
Schlager.
They do a song called "I've Got a Brand New Combine
Come on,
Harvester."
harvester, and I'll give you the key.
Oh, okay.
Licensing.
Yeah.
I get
Charlie's going mad watching this. He's like, "Oh, for God's sake, all this work."
Just quickly, big up Charlie and Justine, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
we just
massively.
been chatting to them backstage, and yeah, fair play.
Big love.
Like, we love you guys.
Big love always, man.
I love these guys, Frankie
that's-
Stu and Harvey Gunn.
Yeah,
Okay.
Frankie Stew.
My new favorite word is Schlager.
Yeah,
Schlager.
Sam's got a big Schlager between his legs.
Just everything sounds mad suggestive in German. It doesn't matter.
Schlager.
Like
Yeah,
instead
sure.
of being like, "Oh, you've got something in your pants," du hast etwas in deiner Hose. It's like it's just so. Ugh.
I have this mate from London, from Chingford, Nilesh, and he always used to say, "Ja, Heizkörper, ja." Which basically means like heating
Hot
unit.
body.
Heating unit.
Heating unit.
Hidden unit. Wait, best
Doesn't
believe
make
Squid's
any
rocking
sense,
a
but
hidden
yeah.
unit out here.
Makes fun of it.
Nico, how would you say anaconda in German?
Anaconda.
Yeah.
What, anaconda?
Yeah, like a snake.
Yeah, but it's I mean
It's the
anaconda
same.
is an anaconda. There's like no
The same. Yeah, that's the name
What
of
about,
the
okay,
snake.
what about monkey then?
monkey.
Yeah.
Affe.
Affe. Nice. Affe Schlagerwichsen. Ich liebe dich.
Where did you learn this from? What
Some-
category
some
on a
students-
similar
Some students
network?
that we had like when I was like 15.
In the pub
Vixen,
quiz.
ich liebe dich.
Yeah, mate. You just learn the worst stuff. When I
What
went
does
on
ich liebe
holiday,
dich mean?
have we got?
I
We
got-
need him
I
to
got
play some more
told.
tunes because we're getting into that space, boys. I'm just
I
saying.
got
Yeah,
told
this is
it
the
means I
after
love
party
you.
talk, innit?
Right, we're doing after party talk already. So
Yeah,
Nico,
yeah,
have you
we're
got
doing
one more
German
step for us?
Oh, are we
Yeah,
bringing in our,
Let me see
our
what I'm gonna
exclusive
start
guest?
with.
All right, we'll do that after.
Yes.
We'll do the guest after. Let this guy play some more.
We do
Alright,
the
sweet.
guest after we get gassed.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
gas.
Let's,
and
we'll
then gas.
gas up and then
Go
we'll.
Nico. Groschlager.
Yes. It's another virtual pub
dickhead.
exclusive out here. Raw, live in the virtual
Dude,
pub.
oh,
It's Friday the 24th of April, 2020. Don't forget this date. This is the first time you heard.
Flexing on these niggas, every bone and muscle. Steady taking shots, never hurting them. Even then, y'all don't worry nothing. And I like to give a shout out to my niggas with the game plan. And shout out to my with escape plans. 20 bands, rain dance. We can keep it rain check, but we can make plans. Pockets loaded, rocket loaded, king, let's rock and roll this. Time to go, lock, stock, and juice, smoke, barrels locked and loaded. Diamonds glowing, chop, climbing on it. You think I'm jumping out the window, how I got 'em open. Line around the corner, line them up the block and over. Sometimes I even stop the smoking when it's time to focus. My shade, be all, my pain, below. Create, explore, expand, concord. I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, then break the Lord. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, then break the Lord. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. Yeah, I sold the pack, the loose, the hard. Yeah, I listen to X, I beat the bars. Yeah, the snakes, the rats, the cats, the dogs, the games, the trap, protect your heart. Yeah, I waited in line, return, refine the new design. It's time to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine. I hustle, I flex, the world is mine. So please believe, allow degrees. These niggas, disease, don't speak, you squeeze. I make the devil go weak, the knees. You hate, you lame, you lost. I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. She came, I came, that was my name, my chain, my pants with the chain. They know it's me, the hat and the shades. They heard my voice and they ran to the stage. My veins, my brains, my mains, my babe, my girl, my ex, my hoes that I left. Wait, I step out the car, that's a flex. Give thanks, get fresh, praise the love and finesse. Let's came, I saw, I praise the Lord, then break the Lord. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I saw.
had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. To whom much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he get the message. I feel the pressure, under more scrutiny. And what I do, act more stupidly. Bought more jewelry, more Louis V. My mama couldn't get through to me. The drama, people suing me. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. I'm just saying how I feel, man. I ain't one of the Cosby's, I ain't go to Hill, man. I guess the money should've changed them. I guess I should've forgot where I came from. Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Let up the suicide doors. This is my life, homie, you decide yours. I know that Jesus died for us, but I couldn't tell you who the side was. So I parallel double park that motherfucker sideways. Old folks talking about back in my day. But homie, this is my day. Class started 2 hours ago. Oh, and I know I already graduated. And you could live through anything if magic made it. They say I talk with so much emphasis. Ooh, they so sensitive. Don't ever fix your lips like collagen and say something where you gon' end up apologizing. Let me know if it's a problem then. Aight, man, holla with it.
Lifehack, Baby, ich muss los, da ist mein Free Now. Cruise voll mit mir saufen gehen und machen um mich Donuts. Lifehack, ich hab kein Bier, ich hab Corona. Nur Drama auf dem Planeten. Lifehack, Kopfhörer auf, ich lass sie reden. Sonne scheint und bald läuft alles wie ich's will. Lifehack,
Exclusive!
Nur Drama auf dem Planeten. Lifehack, Kopfhörer auf, ich lass sie reden. Sonne scheint, das wie ich's will. Lifehack, ich hör nicht zu und fahr mein Fan.
This is how we do it, ey, lass mich mal in Ruhe, ey. Zeit, ich steht im Dun, ey, und dann guckst du nur, ey. Ey, vertraue niemals deiner Ex, ey. Ey, und lösche immer deine Chats, ey. Bin voraus wie Eissack, Star-Rolli mit Baguettes. Luxusuhren, Lifehack, kein Eis auf der Patek. Ey, ist kein Ding, mit deiner Frau was beibringen. Während du grad einkaufst, Bruder, das ist dein Ding. Schreibst du mit, ey, Backos ohne Tipp, ey. Fick auf die Bitch, heul nicht, wenn du sie nicht kriegst, ey. Du willst die Klicks, ey, dann mach im Studio Hits. Egal wie die Quote ist, wette niemals auf den Nebel, ey.
Nur Drama auf dem Planeten. Lifehack, Kopfhörer auf, ich lass sie reden. Sonne scheint und bald läuft alles wie ich's will. Lifehack, ich hör nicht zu und fahr mein Nur Drama auf dem Planeten. Lifehack, Kopfhörer auf, ich lass sie reden. Sonne scheint und bald läuft alles wie ich's will. Lifehack, ich hör nicht zu und fahr mein
When life proves to be not what you expected, when you're confronted with your fears, how do you stay protected? How do you manage to survive when you've been ill-advised? Inner eyes no longer worth none, you curse, son. But the person you wanna be isn't far away. You gotta embrace the failure so it can cultivate in your mind and turn into a solution. Losing is a part of learning. You can do a sparring session with your brother. Maybe he can show you something that you haven't seen, considered. Don't be a bigot, perceive the image. It gets more vivid in your acceptance of it. Whatever the devil dish out, you can rise above it. Think nothing of it, just keep it positive. Work on your cognitive. I know you gotta live, but don't buy into narrative that explains your life for you. You don't wanna be dependent. Do the knowledge, put in work, or you'll be beginning, you're ending. La la, la 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 la. We ain't seen shit yet, nah. But if I ain't seen it with my own two, how do I know you ain't telling me lies? La la, la 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 la. And you ain't seen shit yet, nah. Busy trying to tell me about what they told you. How do I know you ain't telling me lies? The truth is always shifting, always a new addition. Still we perpetually search and keep on persisting. Listen, objective facts are low-key non-existent. You've only got your vision, without that it's all just fiction. The system of depending on abandoned truth don't make sense, son. My sense is gonna be sending proof to my brain, but maybe it ain't the same for you. No way to explain in a sentence that I can't produce. See, cause sometimes it's the code that senses you. Maybe none of these words are really representing you. Ooh, so the truth may be breached when you try and betray your thoughts and the ways of speech. Duh. So all we can really do is observe and lie. No way to say what we see, so why we even try is a mystery to me. Because you can't rely on anything that you didn't see with your own two eyes. La 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 la. We ain't seen shit yet, nah. But if I ain't seen it with my own two, how do I know you ain't telling me lies? La la, la 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 la. And you ain't seen shit yet, nah. Busy trying to tell me about what they told you. How do I know you ain't telling me lies?
You're a bad man.
Mate, this is my favourite show on this channel. I'm not afraid to say it. This is sick.
Got a man out here twerking and that, mate.
At some point, I was just like seeing screens popping out with like gun fingers, like woo.
Gun fingers, and then I was throwing my back out a little bit, you know, as well. Just,
Owen's booty on the show.
trust me, there's not much booty there, but what is there is real good quality.
Right, boys, we've been rumbled who our guest is backstage. Kyle's got eyes like a shithouse rat out here, and he's spotted it. We're gonna bring him in.
Bring him in.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yes, Luddy. How's it going?
Yeah, it's sick.
We didn't do a sound
Sick, I
check.
had a feeling.
So we all good, yeah?
Yeah, man, we're sweet.
Sick. What up?
How's it going, man?
All good, yeah. How you boys doing?
Sweet, man.
Enjoying
Owen's lost audio.
Ah, shit.
But you lot are OGs, right? You're all connected in some way. You're the German crew out there.
Man, it's a bit crazy. Like, I'm just watching tonight and I'm like, fuck, the whole story's coming together of like
Yeah.
with me and with Owen and Ben and like with Nico and stuff. Yeah, it's sick.
Man. Yeah, man.
It's awesome to like you guys to have this platform and like you brought in Owen and like, you know, we're just dragging people in and like it's so sick, man.
Yeah, sick. That's all down to Owen, man. Like we chat to him on the first night that we had him in just as like an artist, and then he obviously come on, kind of bringing you guys into it. And now I feel like we're like you say, there's a story developing. There's a narrative here. It's cool. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, and man, tonight's been sick. Nico bringing the absolute fire,
mate.
It was so much fun, man. I was like not expecting that at all.
Damn,
mate. There's a lot of love in the comments. Have we still not got any vocal from Owen? Owen, what are you saying?
No, I'm just
he's
being
in.
quiet. I'm just quiet. Don't
He's
worry.
just doing a silent one of them.
silent Tim Henman.
It's just trolling us.
But no, for real, it's like for me, it's like the fact that it came out from us, just like the whole concept of the virtual pub come from like a group message that like developed into this of like. And then I got involved in this show out of pure chance and luck of like we had the idea there and then and we did it. Then we didn't know what we were doing with Luddy. We didn't even have a poster ready or anything. We just like did the
Stop
show.
mentioning it.
I'm not bitter about it.
You just got to poke
Well, the
fun
message
into
I got off
this.
Luddy through Instagram just said scumbags.
But can I ask you where this virtual pub comes from? Like, what's the story?
Yeah. Hit them up, Squid.
It's basically me and a few of the boys in the early stages of lockdown. We were just chatting to each other every evening on like a Facebook Messenger call, and throughout the day. Sort of like Wednesday, Thursday, like into Friday daytime, we'd be saying like, "Oh, see you at the pub tonight, boys." And everyone was like, because it was before the pubs in the UK got actually closed down, everyone was like, "You mean the virtual pub, right?" And it was like, yeah, of course, like we're not gonna kind of defy the lockdown and kind of go out and meet in the actual pub. So this Facebook message group that we had became our like virtual pub. And then like we were just like, what if we just took this onto like a live platform? Do you reckon people would hype with it? Do you reckon people would like tune in and kind of watch if we got some artists on and got some bands in? And me and Luke
you
are obviously
make the websites anyway, so you know how to do that shit.
Yeah, so like a lot of the stuff, all the branding and kind of all that stuff, it's like we can throw this stuff up in a matter of kind of half a day, just kind of like throw a brand up, and before you know it, it starts feeling legitimate, it starts feeling like a thing. And I think that's what happened was we threw it together, kind of did the first couple of nights. We booked a few of our friends who are artists, like acoustic artists and this, that, and the other. And then we got to the end of the first weekend. It was like, fuck, we got a platform on our hands now. Like, and the likes started going up on Facebook. Like, you launch something new, and you always have that spike of that initial surge of kind of likes on Facebook and that type of thing. So yeah, it hyped up quite quickly.
Also
and
that it reminds you of Pornhub when you like see the logo. And
never heard of Pornhub. I'm not sure what that is.
We don't know what Pornhub is.
That's our stock response whenever anyone calls us out on the logo. It's just like, what's Pornhub? I've never heard of it.
It's this website that I made. Like, you should check it out.
Yeah, no wonder you got that new studio if you made Pornhub. Man's bringing in the peas.
I got the couch. The couch is like right there.
Oh, that's what it
Casting
was.
couch, yeah.
I thought I recognised the vocal booth the other day, actually.
But does it mean that this pub is also like open on the other days of the week?
Yeah, man. So we started off 7 days a week. We dropped it down to 4 days a week recently because to be honest, we're all like running like I say, I make websites and stuff. So like the lockdown's not really changed what I do. Like I'm still working full time and everything.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of us working on this in the background. The pub landlords, we call ourselves. And initially, like we were trying to keep up with the hype. And then when it kind of plateaued around kind of 6.5, 7K likes, we were like, okay, like this is a thing now. There's a format to it, and we're starting to learn kind of like, okay, we have different nights, and we have our master classes in the daytime. Like we have all sorts of stuff, man. We have like cooking shows, yoga, fitness classes, all that sort of stuff. And in the early days, it was just about trying to keep people connected and keep people doing stuff that isn't like the opposite of people kind of just sitting in their bedroom, just vegging and chilling for like potentially up to like 6 months. Do you know what I mean? We were just like, how we can make
a pub does usually as well, like even though it goes beyond.
Yeah, like I think that there's some concepts we've taken, like we just started doing the quizzes recently, and I think like that's a straight up like UK pub concept is like, oh, we have a pub quiz on a Saturday night. But yeah, it's like we're trying to bring in as much as we can from the kind of real world onto a digital platform to kind of keep people connected, keep people talking, build up this community that we've been building. And I'm not, to be honest, that like, yeah, I'm proud of what we've done here. Like it's been successful, man. Some of the messages we get in the inbox, man, is like pretty, like, without going too like deep on it, it's like we get some mad stuff in the inbox. People saying like, this is the one thing that's keeping me going through this time. Like, please.
Mate, it kept me going this week, mate. Literally, I had like a proper like dodgy week this week, like, and like I was just like a bit down this week, and I think like a lot of my friends were like quite flat this week that I'd like spoken to, and like obviously like I hit the studio up with Nico, and then I was like, right, yeah, fuck. We've got the pub on Friday though.
Something
do you know what I mean?
Forward to, yeah.
Mate, and I had my dinner. I had a shower. I put some aftershave on. I poured myself a drink. I made a rollie, and I'm like, right, this is it. And
you actually had a shower.
Yeah, man. I treated myself.
Once a week.
Second one of the week that was.
Just for fire in the pub.
And that's it, mate. Just for people that can't smell me. Exactly.
Big up Kyle in the comments saying us viewers are proud of you. Kyle's an OG round here. He's been locked in since day one, and he's literally every single show he's been locked in. And to be honest, it's people like that we're doing this for now. Like, this is like, if I'm honest, man, this has become hard. Like, we're running our full-time jobs in the background. Like there's new things happening. There's new offers coming through for like the real world after this lockdown thing ends. Yeah, like we're like,
no way, yeah.
There's things happening like that mean that we technically we ain't got the time to do this anymore. And it's like, yeah. I mean,
how amazing is that though? You just like do something for the fun of it, and then people are like, "Yo, this is sick."
Oh, it's been blessed, man. Like we never thought it was going to be like it is. Like this thing of kind of like, people are resonating with it, man. Like we started we started off 7 days a week. We went down to 4 days a week as of this week, and the comments we were getting on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday when we weren't on, people just going like, "What am I meant to do? The pub's not open." Like, and to be honest, I felt the same. Like the first couple of days, I was ringing Luca like Tuesday night, just like, "Bro, like what we meant, like I need to talk to you, man. I'm used to talking to you every night, like on the show." And it's kind of, yeah, it's been amazing. Like the journey that we've been through with this whole thing has been incredible. Like, yeah, I think personally for me, to be honest, like this show especially, like I think it's no bullshit. It's raw. It's real talk, isn't it? Like there's no kind of pretense on this show. Not that I'm saying there's pretense on any other show. That's not what I mean. But at the same time, if you're bringing kind of bands on and stuff, it's easy to get into that flow of like, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show. We're going to get this band on and blah." Whereas this show, like the tempo of it is slower, and we take the time to chill and natter and break down bars and stuff. And like, I think that for me is like, it's exposed this kind of level of humanity and realness that I really value. And I think if anything changes with this platform, which it might,
adds more like, to the collaborative kind of like feeling. I find
fully.
I was actually throwing music into one direction, and just like fucking off.
I was actually just thinking.
Big up One Direction.
Just a second ago. Like, it's almost like this show is more of like an evening with Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes it special, because we get to know each other.
But we're realizing this now as well. That's the best. This is my exact point. Is that like, I'm going through the week and I'm like, oh, I haven't got that many bars to do. And then I find some old beats and I'm like, oh yeah, wicked. I could do that on the pub. And then it's like, there's just so much positive vibes from like all angles on this one here that like, we don't really need to do that much now. Do you know what I mean? We just get on and like be yourself, and that's what makes the thing. Like I overthought like the first time I came on when I did my own set. I was like, oh god, I've got to be all proper and like do all this, and then it slowly graduated into this thing on air. We've come
Thing
to
is,
with
right?
decisions.
If we were all round like Nico's studio or whatever, and we didn't have any webcams and we just had some beers, it'd be exact. I strongly believe it'd be what we're doing now, just like chilling, listening to some beats, and then talking about
Exactly.
it.
That's the thing. Like, apart from the conspiratorial chat, which we keep for the VIP afterwards, like this is how we chat. Like this is like, do you know what I mean? We natter like this. We're talking about music. We're talking about bars. We're talking all that stuff in the chats that we have afterwards and during the week and all that stuff. And that's where I think this is the most authentic to real life that we get. And I think that's the people that, all right, we might not get the same number of people that we get on a Friday night as if we have some kind of like pop artist on a Wednesday night or whatever. But I think this is where it feels real to me. This is where it feels like this is the real deal in here. Like I say, if anything happens to this channel, which it might, this is the thing that I want to keep going. This is the real talk for me. This is I enjoy this Friday night show. It's cool, man, and I love the German influence as well because it keeps
Schlager.
Happen naturally somehow.
International.
Gross Schlager in Anno.
It's cool. It's like a UK like German show because it's been like
I'm grateful to get some UK like accents and shit happening, and me trying to like dig down and what I've learned my time there, because I got so much more German again, like here.
I loved some of the German stuff that you dropped, man. Like the German hip hop was sick.
It took me a while to get around it, like, yo, German rap can be dope, you know?
Yeah,
I was like, nah, fuck this. Like, I want to, you know.
I was born in Paris, and my cousin is French. Well, he's not French, but he lives there, and he used to show me loads of like French hip hop, and mate, some of their stuff is sick.
Yeah, to be honest, they are on a lot of they're like way ahead of Germany. It's like English
man.
rap, and then it's French
There was
rap,
an old
you know?
school guy called Roth. I haven't listened to him in years, but he was amazing, man. Like some of the
French bars.
Yeah. The French hip hop, because apparently their dictionary's it's like twice the size of ours. It's massive.
They started like way ahead of everybody else in Europe with rap. So
really?
Yeah. They have been like really early. Like in the beginning of the 90s, they were like doing shit in France. I heard. So that's why they are like, like we are catching up with the French people the whole time. Like
I think after American, right, French is the next most popular.
Yeah.
And then UK.
They're really good. More so like
French
music
is
first,
all over the world,
and
as well.
Man, just sick, like so good.
They also came up with all this like Afro.
Yeah, that comes from France, all the Drake stuff, right?
Really?
Grips on your waist, front way, back
France
way. You
and,
know
like,
that
the
one.
French colonies and shit.
Yeah, like it's all the African stuff. Like you look at Burna Boy and people like that.
Yeah.
So that's a like what influences flow? Like is it literally kind of international influence on a say like that thing you just said there?
What you listen to, mate. I don't think it's even international. I think it's just what you listen to. Same as like you like listen to X, Y, and Z. So like you will, when you first sit down at a drum kit, you'll play this beat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Fair.
Get me? Because that's all I'm doing is like finding my gap in the rhythm. Essentially,
you can only create something that you've been inspired by. You can't.
You
just
need
sit
a
down
stimulus,
or that you've got in your muscle memory, because
it is muscle memory though, flow as well, and like that's where like, you know, remember the first time we did this, I was fucking around doing the freestyle, and that's like gone now, thank God, and that's not coming back because that's whack. I'm not a freestyle rapper like Harry Mack. You know, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny the first time, and I was good fun, but it was funny as well. I was like not that good, but
you're great.
But like that's the difference. Then you get to the point where if you're doing that shit every day and you're just saying, right, I'm putting a beat on, I'm not writing anything down, and I'm just gonna rhyme, and it doesn't have to make sense. And then you take that, and then 6 months of doing that, then you'll be able to start making basic bars where it rhymes and it's a little bit funny, and then you'll start being able to do that. Like Jay-Z doesn't even write his shit down, mate. He just goes in the booth and does it. You know, like that's why I think he's an alien though.
That's what I was actually going to say to you is it's so hard. Like growing up as a kid with our minds just completely blank, or like you could sit down with a guitar and like just play whatever you felt, completely free, and as you grow older, all these influences sort of like taint your brain, right?
But there isn't original thought anymore. We've done this last week. Like, there are no original songs. There aren't, like, do you know what I mean? You just have to accept that. And like the quote from Mike Skinner was like, hook thievery, like wholesale piracy or something like that. Watch your back, I'm inclined to sample. Like, that's the thing now, isn't it?
That's
It's
sick.
just refix
What
everyone.
I mean-
And we did the same thing last week. Went, oh, that's sick.
But
That
what,
works.
what I mean, Owen, is when you're a kid and you like just grab your guitar and play, you'll write something and instantly you won't go, oh, that sort of like reminds
But
me.
isn't
Or
it
sounds like
emotionally as well, though? Do you know what I mean? It's not just your like music taste hasn't been affected yet. Even though there is influence there with like nursery rhyme and like the music your parents played on cassette in the car. Like, I remember Meatloaf so clearly, like, and I fucking hate Meatloaf. The Police as well. Stinging the Police. That album, mate, was sick.
It's influence without
Message in the Bottle,
scrutiny,
man.
innit? Like
Walking
when
on
you're
the
a
Moon.
kid, you're listening to that stuff and it's influencing you, but you're not scrutinizing where it's coming from. You're just like,
No,
oh,
you're
this
listening.
is just
You're
what's
pure.
coming out of me because I've been listening. I've been in my dad's
What's your guilty
car.
pleasures, boys? What's your guilty pleasures? Go on to the
Guilty.
dad's car.
Bruno Mars.
But the dad's car one, what was he banging out? Quickly, just finish that story.
That tune.
Right.
Man walks down the street,
Hall
says,
and Oates,
"Why
isn't
am I
it?
soft in the middle?
Bad
You
boy.
can call me out, Paul Simon."
Paul
Mate,
Simon.
That's not even a
Paul
guilty
Simon,
one. I rap that.
Luddy, are we gonna get your
Yo.
dad on to play soon, or what?
Oh man, we should actually. That would be sick.
Luddy's dad is sick, mate. Sick musician. Yeah,
He's,
trust me.
He plays a lot of like blues.
No, sick.
He was always in bands and stuff, like hobby stuff. But yeah, he's sick.
Nice.
He's like multi instrumentalist.
Sick, man. I didn't know that.
What's your guilty pleasure, Liddy?
I mean, if we're talking about like back in the day, my mum was a huge Craig David fan.
Yo, mate, that's not a guilty pleasure.
That's banging.
Yeah, I mean,
repping
the
your
thing
UK
is-
ends.
Yeah, big time.
What about modern guilty pleasure? For me, it's Bruno
At the
Mars.
moment.
Drake?
Drake.
Like,
fair.
it's not a
But
guilty
Drake
pleasure,
isn't a
but
guilty pleasure. It's only guilty pleasure because other people are lying about not liking Drake.
The thing, yeah. I mean, the thing, like, yeah. I also wouldn't say
They're
it's a
the-
guilty pleasure, but it's like I know that. Well, especially being friends with Ben, like Ben fucking hates Drake.
Yeah.
Ben.
But no, I used to as well. Like back in the day, I used to just hate on him, like
Mate, Ben
for no
secretly
reason.
loves Drake, man.
Mate,
Yeah,
Ben,
just
there's a
hate
comment
him.
in from Ben saying he's hyped up. It must have been from you talking about Drake. He's mad hyped on Drake.
He loves Drake.
Oh, taking people's
out, Ben.
comments out of context out here on Fire in the Pub.
Nah, but the thing with Drake, right? Like I used to also just be like, nah, I hate it, just because he's so popular. And then at one point, like one of my friends was super into him, and I was like, all right, I know this guy has good taste, so like I'm gonna just like
give
listen
it a
to a couple
chance.
albums. So I listened to the album, Nothing Was the Same, and I was like,
Yeah, best
hooked.
album.
That is a sick album.
Just like
Best
I listened
album.
to that album on repeat.
I'm
I
gonna
was
listen
like,
to
yeah, man. I was like delivering Chinese takeaway at the time in Bournemouth.
Nice.
Like driving around in my car and just like
Yeah.
that was the only album. I just played it on repeat the whole time, a week.
Get 20
I was
million
like,
off the
okay,
record
okay.
just to off these records, brother. That's a
That's a
record.
Yeah, man.
Living like I'm out
It's
here on my
so
last
sick.
adventure.
So
That's
I've
the
got a big
present one you have to
appreciation for
mention.
Drake,
Oh, man.
Nico,
What
what's
was
your
it?
guilty pleasure?
Oh,
Sorry.
I was
Go.
trying. I was trying to think about it the whole time, but. I
Oh,
guess
did Marbella not have any influence on it? I feel like that's guilty pleasure central.
yes.
I don't know. Like there was a lot of Sean Paul around back then.
Shut up, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, but
Give
where,
it
I don't
to-
know. Guys, it's a
Summer
classic.
gasoline.
Fighting, not this shot.
Black Eyed Peas.
Chapel,
Black
ba,
Eyed Peas.
boom, chapel,
Maham.
ba.
Black Eyed
Baby
Peas.
girl.
Black Eyed
Maham,
Peas.
Maham.
Oh no, that is guilty.
Oh, mate, that's
Black
guilty
Eyed
to be
Peas is
fair.
sick.
They had a few ones.
Yeah,
I
they
even, I even listened to David Guetta back in the day, but before Black Eyed Peas, like before he did all of that.
Was you influenced by the like Marbella scene then? Because like for me, when I think of Marbella, I think of like
There is no scene.
oh, okay.
Scenery.
It's
Well,
just like
I just think of like Western, like do you know what I mean, like UK, like
To be
well,
fair,
basically.
in
Marbella
most
is just
clubs-
plastic.
most clubs
Yeah.
were not that UK, but there was one place called Devils, There was a bar called Devils, and they used to play like dubstep and shit like very early on when I was like 15 or something.
Me and Luca made a lot of money off of
I was pretty,
dubstep.
and then back
Lot
then
of
I was
money.
like, and my friends were like playing this, and I was like, what is this fucked up shit? Like, what the fuck are you on about? And eventually I caught on to it, but then it was like too early for me, to be honest. Like they were playing all these like dubstep remix of Mr. Postman and shit like this.
Oh, mate, I know the one you mean.
Yeah, you know that one.
What's that other one? That Where's my monkey? I'm the
Yeah,
best with the
oh,
dog, jungle
TC, isn't that? TC.
Yeah, man.
Sick, mate.
Mate, early dubstep before it becomes
It's
like
good.
a thing.
Monster.
Like,
Yeah.
Cookie Monster.
I mean, that was already.
Trolley Snatcher, Roscoe,
Yeah.
Casper, Brick Lane,
so
Shoreditch.
me and Luca recorded with a lad called Josh Melody back in the day, like down in Penzance when he was like just a producer,
Just a
like he was
goth,
producing
mate.
bands, like producing goth bands like us.
Yeah.
And he went on to be Zomboy,
think
like
that.
big, massive,
Oh,
like
no way.
dubstep producer. He's like,
Zomboy, no
he
way.
lives up in the hills in
What?
Hollywood now.
Oh,
And
Zomboy's a smelly grebo. What's going on?
mate, he
Yeah.
was a goth, like straight
Oh,
up. Like
bro,
he played.
his favourite band's Born of Osiris. I'll link you to it after, mate. It's like,
I guarantee I'll vomit when I listen to it.
yeah, it's
Zomboy's
intense.
pretty
Mate.
good though.
Not
Yeah.
my thing, is it?
Mate, he's a G.
black
Like,
metal or
and
something.
this is the thing. Like, he went out there when that whole EDM thing was just kicking off, and like dubstep had been a thing down here for
They all
like
went
5
out
years
there,
already.
mate.
Like Roscoe, he went. huge,
Roscoe
man.
and Trolley Snatcher
Yeah.
went out there,
Yeah, but
mate.
the
and,
story
like,
behind Zomboy's nuts. We went up there to record a single, and Josh had been at BCM in Guildford for like 2-3 weeks, and his housemate was a dubstep producer, and he was listening to it, and he was like, "It's all right, it's pretty good." And they had a challenge. He was like, "I reckon I can make a dubstep tune by tomorrow." Wrote this fucking tune, searched up Skrillex, wrote this tune because he is a genius, like literal musical genius. And the next day, wrote this tune. His housemate was like, "What the fuck?" And then I think 4 weeks later, he had an EP. On the 6th or 7th week of writing that EP, he opened up
Ministry of Sound.
Yeah,
The night
Ministry of
after he
Sound.
played the 27 Club.
Damn.
We booked him right, like
For, like,
about a month
70
before he
quid.
blew up. Yeah, for like nothing, for like band money. Like I'm talking like low level band money.
200 quid.
And we had him booked, and then like through the course of us having him booked for those 4 weeks, he was like, "Oh boys, I think like you might have to. Can you just confirm the booking with my label?" And then by the time we got to it, the label were hounding us, being just like, "We're like demanding like $2,000, $3,000 for this book," and we were like, "Fuck you, man! It's our mate. We've booked him for a couple hundred quid."
He
Yeah.
wasn't doing music before that, or what? Before
He
that?
he was in a band, like a proper goth band.
He's an amazing
like,
drummer.
He's
Guitarist and
Oh,
singer.
okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't like produce and shit, and then he.
Yeah,
just
he
thought,
was.
okay, I'm
He was.
gonna
He was a
try
goth producer.
we booked him as Zomboy, but early days Zomboy, like early like first EP Zomboy, and then from the time of us booking him to him actually playing live in this club that me and Luca were
Like
running,
8 weeks, wasn't it?
and like by the time it actually come to the live show, it was like we did not deserve to have him in there. He was like he played us and then played Ministry of Sound in London the next night. That gives you an example of
so
like the bookings
crazy.
that he was taking.
And
Yeah,
then we tried to book him again, and he was like, "Yeah, $4,000."
yeah.
Like, for like 2 months later.
$4
Yeah.
grand. Like that's like not even like big clubs here in Berlin pay $4 grand for the DJs.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Bonkers, mate. Like me and Luca obviously come from that scene, that like kind of goth like band scene, and like the amount of people that we've seen come through that used to just be like frontman of a band or whatever. Like there was that dude that we had on when we had one of the mental health nights that we had. He was an ex-vocalist of a band, and now he's like a model, kind of like that dude, Jamie, I think he was called. Yeah, loads of people have come through like our scene, like the scene that me and Luca used to be in, like the band kind of heavy gothy sort of thing. And like ultimately, I guess if you can make that kind of like punchy metal sound happen, you can transpose that over to like pretty much like if like dubstep if it's the thing, or like
I mean,
hip hop.
Skrillex wasn't an emo scream.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of transition.
They were shit.
Lucas sending for Skrillex live on the stream.
What's going to happen? What are you going to do to him when he comes on the screen? Are you going to do like a beat off, like back to back?
Owen's got him on next week, mate.
Yeah, so like...
Mate, we'll just pie him. We'll just leave him in the comments.
Yeah, what's he going to be? Like an old school sound clash?
Fucking Skrillex, mate. I'll fucking headbutt him through the fucking camera, mate.
Somebody was playing me the new Weekend EP like yesterday. He was like, "Yeah, man, like this new Weekend, like fucking sick." And we listened to it, and I was like, "What? This sounds sort of like Burial, sort of like kind of like fucking shit." And then I
Oh,
looked
shout
like
out Burial,
who
though.
produced it? Fucking Skrillex.
Skrillex. Yeah,
man.
Pussy Clark, mate. Fuck
It was
Skrillex.
He's
it's
making
sick
real money now,
production,
isn't he?
bro. It's like fucking hell, man.
Yeah, all
Banger
shit
random,
aside, they're well talented, man. Like,
Yeah,
whether
to
you
be
like, whether you
to-
like that genre or not, like,
Yeah,
Nah,
to be
it's-
fair, there seems
I
to
couldn't
be
write a tune like
from that like techie metal thing going on. It seems to be only one step away to be able to transpose that into like what the Yanks would now call like EDM type stuff. At the end of the day, it's tight, syncopated,
goth
rhythmic
music.
shit. Do you know what I mean? And it transposes quite nicely over to like a different genre. And to be fair, like a lot of the guys that come through from like our like scene back in the day that have gone on to do the more EDM type thing, like they've done. I mean, some boys living in a fucking mansion in the hills. Do you know what I mean? Like people are obviously
ridiculous
loving
money.
that shit.
Oh, you know he sold out Red Rocks like 4 times.
Really?
Yeah.
But I stopped following him a couple of years ago. I couldn't handle it. When he got his Hollywood mansion and his Rari, I was just like, I'm out. I don't need to see this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big him up though. We love him. Probably. Yeah, we do.
I saw Skrillex twice in London when I used to live there. I was
Well,
fucking
when
fan.
he was small time.
Yeah, it was at a Dead Mouse like show
nice.
festival thing.
I fucking love Dead Mouse, man.
They had like Netsky, they had like
Wow.
like Skrillex, they had what was this? They had like a dubstep live band. I forgot what they were called, but they had like drums and shit.
Pendulum?
And, like synths.
Pendulum?
Nah, like smaller than them.
Smaller than them?
Yeah, I don't know. They were around at the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
the old school dubstep era was alright, man. Like that Pendulum, when that Pendulum album dropped, like yeah, it was pretty cringe, but it was good times, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pendulum was sick though.
Yeah.
I'm just prepping.
Go on.
If I'm going to do these bars, I need to do it soon
Prepping
because
now.
I'm drinking a lot of Prosecco back here
Go
and
on.
it's not
Go.
going to happen.
Drop it now. Let's go.
All right.
He's in.
Let's do it. Hang on, I'm removing you guys' vocals from the stream. You look fuck off. All right. This Man Like Squid dropping in again on the second week here on the stream. I'm going to do this thing. It's still pretty much my debut. Like my first one didn't go that well. Here it is. I wrote this last week in like 2 hours. Big you lot up. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm going to try and get through this. 4 weeks can go by in the blink of an eye. A change can come before you realise. All the time that I've wasted doing things to get by. I took things for granted. Now this is my life. These 4 walls, all the FaceTime calls. It was novel for a while, but now something bigger calls. Need to step out, get out there on the road. Where I go, I just don't know. Cause I'm locked indoors, just wanna bust through doors. Light up, drink up, chill with you and yours. Now we stop for a pause to think about our cause. But when we look back on this time and all the eating and the wine, will you be proud of your actions? I think I will be mine. And as we write the pages of this history, I'm trying to unravel all this mystery. I'm trying to think about what this is meant to be. What it's meant to be. Cause it's a madness being locked up and we didn't see it coming. Yeah, it's a madness being locked down and we didn't even know. Yeah, it's a madness being locked up and we didn't see it coming. It's a madness being locked down and we didn't even know. Yes, yes, Man Like Squid taking you right through. 24th of April 2020. Remember the date. It's the first time you heard of Man Like Squid.
Squid Skinner in the house.
That was great,
That's
man.
my thing.
Yeah.
I wrote that for you lot. I was inspired by you lot.
Massive.
Big up.
Sounds like Liddy's tune, man.
Oi.
Here we go again.
It's that lo-fi beat just makes it, doesn't it?
Oi, who's the beat from? Come on, hit us up. I know it's from YouTube and that, but
Mate,
who's
let's
the
have a look.
producer?
I tell you.
Pretty fire.
Riddim man.
Riddim man.
Yeah. Should we
Riddim
put his
man.
link in? Yeah, let's put his link in.
Drop his link in, mate. That's a sick one.
Yeah,
Nah,
sweet.
don't put his link in. He's gonna be like, "Where's my fucking money?"
Oh, no, mate, it's on YouTube, royalty free thing.
Yeah, boom.
Ah, fucking
We're
man,
sweet.
yeah.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine your little track goes huge, and he's like, "Yeah, it's royalty free, bro."
Finds the IP address, turns up at your house. Like,
You want about Riddim, bruv? It's royalty free.
don't worry, Nan's already knocked him out and tied him up in the kitchen.
That
For me,
YouTube
that
beat game, man. Fucking
to be fair, that whole experience for me was like this show. Genuinely, like this show inspired me to think like, okay, maybe I can like write some bars. And like I went on YouTube. Literally, if you go on YouTube and type in lo-fi royalty-free hip-hop beat, it's the first result that comes up. It's like I'm not. This isn't like a thing where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and like do this thing or whatever. It's just like I was inspired by you lot, and I found myself writing bars before I even realised what I was doing that day. And then, yeah, before you know it, I'm on the show like last week being like, you can hear my breathe. I watched it back and you can hear my breathing between every time I'm talking. And it's like, I'm nervous, man. And it's like, because it's raw, do you know what I mean? Like the things that I'm saying in those bars, it's like, it's not top bars. There's no like Owen does, like talking about one thing and then referencing it like 10 minutes later and kind of all that shit. It's just me splurging onto literally pen and paper, just writing all these bars down and just being like, and then it's like 2 hours before we're going live on the show. So I'm starting at like 6 o'clock in the evening. And before I know it, it's 8 o'clock. And the boys are going, "You're definitely going to do it tonight on the show, yeah?" And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'll definitely do it. And yeah, like I say, I did it last week. It was a little bit hesitant. It was a little bit slow and clunky and like nervous. But like, I don't know. I've started recording it over the last sort of week or so. And I think like, to be honest, where I'm at with it is like, I want to look back at this and be like, yeah, I got involved with the Friday night show. Like, I've never written bars in my life before.
What
but
are you
like,
saying? You slagging me off?
Well, where's your bars, mate?
Where's your beats, cunt?
I don't know how to root machine.
That was so rude, sorry.
Hang on. How do I root machine?
Sam?
Let's do it.
What's your instrument, Sam?
Say again?
What's your instrument then?
Say it again, all right?
Your instrument, like what do you play? Like you're a musician. You went.
Oh, I'm a drummer, man. Like, so me and Luca
okay.
in the middle at the top, we used to be in like a band, like
right,
a more
okay,
like
okay, cool.
Goth.
Yeah. The drummer is the last one that usually gets on the mic, right? Because you're like all the way.
Oh, mate, but I'm a drummer,
Unless
but
you're
I'm also
Anderson
an
Paak.
egomaniac. So like, I always had a mic, even when I never needed one. But no, it was good fun, man. Like, yeah.
Nico.
Go on.
How do I root machine?
What?
That's it. He's pissed me off now.
Oh, I've
Fire in
sent
the
for
pub.
Luca. Oh, there's fire happening in the pub.
Wow.
Go on, Luca. Let's hear some bars.
All right, hang on. I ain't got no bars, mate, but I got a tune.
Mate, it sounds sick.
Latency is cool. It's really hard to rap in time. Don't really know what I'm saying, but here is Max. Gonna do that, gonna do this too. Coming soon to a school near you, but not in the playground, because that's not cool. In assembly with the teachers in it, cool. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck that was.
It was actually pretty good.
Wait, Ludy's got bars.
Yeah, Liddy's got loads of bars.
He's locked and loaded.
Chat shit, mate.
No, I don't even rap. Mate.
All right, Liddy,
I wanted to play one.
Yeah, what you got?
Just play a tune. Like, we don't need to solo in because I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to play it, right? So come back, boys.
Mate,
come
you're
back.
soloed already.
Come back, boys.
Yeah. All right.
So this one, like, we've lost Nico and Owen, but yeah. So over Christmas, like December time, I was working on a new album, like trying to produce everything myself. So there's this one tune which is dropping next Friday on
Sick.
all platforms. So I produced this tune, like I just made like the loop, which is also something like we were chatting about earlier. Like that's the kind of the easy fun part. Like made this loop, looped it up, wrote a tune, and then sent it to like Owen, to Ben, like blah blah blah. Owen's like, yo, let me jump on. So we've got a verse from Owen on there.
Yo.
And then so then also send it to Nico to do some mixing on it, do some magic on it, and he basically like I sent him 10 tunes to work on, and that one he was like, oh yeah, like I vibe with this one. I'm gonna work on it. So this one he basically, I gave him like a 8-bar loop and the vocals and the hook or whatever, and he turned it into something fucking sick. So like, let me know if this sound quality is alright.
Come down a little bit on your main level. Just quickly, big up Sam Elston, returning listener, and also big up all the bold-headed crew locked in. You know who I'm talking about.
Shout out the man
Oi,
there,
my little brother shaved my head last night with a bold-head crew, yeah.
Good guy.
Liddy, what you got for us?
What's that? What's the
You gonna
level?
do it to him?
Oh, sweet.
I'm not doing
You
it.
can do it to him.
I'm just playing it.
Yeah. You're gonna. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, fuck it.
Drop in next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Oh, it's a virtual
She
pub
come alive when the
exclusive.
sunset, whoa. She come alive when the sunset, oh. She's coming round but she's always upset. Why she's so upset though?
Yo.
She come alive when the sunset, whoa. She come alive when the sunset, oh. She's coming round but she's always upset. Why she's so upset though? She just wanna kick it in it, I just wanna stick it in it. I just wanna pour it and sip it in it. I just wanna fill and pen and written and spit shit. You know that flow though, this only sick shit. Whoa, she just gets a tripping in it. Down that drink, she don't know a limit. Taxi home, yeah, she throw up in it. Hit my phone just so she can blow up in it. And then it starts to blow up in it. I'm so sick of the stress. And yeah, I'm doing blessed. She's been getting extra, I've been doing less. She's been getting texty, I've been making steps. She's been getting feisty, now she's making fresh. Whoa, I've been chilling and she just gets upset. I've been in the studio, you know that I'm up next. Making beats so I can smash some sets. Making heat every night when the sun sets. She come alive when the sun sets. Whoa, she come alive when the sun sets. Oh,
Whoa.
she's coming round but she's always upset. Why she's so upset though? She come alive when the sun sets. Whoa, she come alive when the sun sets. Oh,
Whoa.
she come round but she's always upset. Why she's so upset though? She just wanna try and sleep. I just wanna smash a beat. She just wanna chat to her. I wanna crash and sleep. I just wanna rap and keep my mind on these beats. Like no other option. Never see defeat. Like she just wanna yap and hang. I wanna link the gang. She just wanna Instagram, hang around on Instagram. She want a perfect man, hang around me perfect and tell her that she's so worth it. Damn, I just wanna bless the stage and never at my age. I wanna make a meal and then crash my range or fuck around, procrastinate, then just go home and masturbate. Cause I'm done. She come alive when the sunset. Whoa, she come alive when the sunset. Oh, she's coming round but she's always upset. Why she so upset though? She come alive when the sunset. Whoa, she come alive when the sunset. Oh, she's coming round but she's always upset. Why she so upset though?
I'm sitting, I'm betting she calls up, begging for a bidding or a spliff on a tour bus.
Hey!
Legend, not just the author. Another daughter desperate to support her. It's getting awkward cause I'm with L. Boys are in the corner, we got vibes to sell. Ain't trying to smash me, ain't trying to nail. I should be finding shells. Hey. Shut up, shells getting hella weight.
Couple buddies gonna do it straight.
Wait till get elevate. Fuck fake friends, only save to your face. Honey salivates. Cause the beat's got a buzz. The queen, I don't need a little love. Just need a beat and a blunt, and I'm speaking in tongues. What's okay done?
She come alive when the sunset. Whoa, she come alive when the sunset. Oh, she's coming round but she's always upset. Why she so upset though? She come alive when the sunset. Whoa, she come alive when the sunset. Oh, she's coming round but she's always upset. Why she so upset though?
Let's smoke. No smoke without fire, boy.
Oh,
yo, serious. That's second verse dropping in. No offense, Liddy, but mate, you two together on a track it's a surefire thing.
Yeah, wait, mate. There's about 12 more where that came from, bro.
Mate, it's huge.
There's
Wait,
like 3
we've got
more
samples
EPs
for this.
to come.
Come on, where's the samples? Where's the samples?
Exclusive.
Here we go.
But yeah, that's a bit of me, bit of Owen, and a bit of Nico as well. So relevant
sick.
for this evening. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
a nice. Have you got machine on?
Can you boys hear this?
Yeah.
What, like legitimate here?
Well,
it's a bit.
Nah, I can just hear you hitting the machine.
Wow.
Well, I can hear the doom, doom, doom. Do it again.
Me?
Yeah, that's just him hitting it, mate.
Yeah, but I can hear the doom.
Yeah.
Nah, not Nico.
Oh wait,
No,
no.
I can hear Nico.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh no, that's Nico.
Yeah,
I
who
can't
is it?
see you.
Oh, big up all the commenters for that one, because that went off.
Yeah?
I feel like we injected a bit of life into the.
I didn't see. Yeah, mate, I feel like we're
Mate,
milking it as well a
it
bit,
went
boys. By the way,
off.
are we milking it?
No,
Coming
we're
next
all right.
Friday.
Well,
Are we in milk?
Let's let the
Are we in-
listeners tell us if we're milking it. Let us know, and we'll go.
Are we in-
We'll go in the VIP after party and talk
Big
about
up
conspiracy
Brandon,
shit with
right?
Are
Owen.
we in dairy cream areas? Are we like dairy dunkers right now? What's going on?
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
No.
Come on,
Alright.
Luca, what you got for us?
I need Nico to explain how he routed his interface.
Oh, why don't we do that live on the show? That'd be a laugh. That'd be
People would
entertaining.
love to watch that. riveting entertainment.
Yeah.
Let's.
What interface have you got?
Motu.
What's up?
828.
What's going on? Live and direct.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
you
I don't
saying?
know, like-
You want more exclusives? or
Yeah,
what?
no. What I did.
Yeah, Luddy,
was-
what you got?
Just gonna play some stuff though. That's,
Alright,
is that
sweet.
a vibe?
Yeah,
Is that a vibe?
Mate, play homies, mate.
Is it?
Wait, Luca,
Play
you told me
homies.
to use the headphone output into the input, so that's
All
what I
right.
did.
Right.
Let's have a
Sweet.
look.
Production happening live.
I'm gonna
Let's
give this a
have a
go.
look. What's going on? Where's the
Luke,
homie at?
Luke's meant to be a producer. He's getting told how to set his setup up by a guest.
But they can do that in the background, can't they, as well at the same time? So what was that, mate? Who's doing that?
That was some production noises happening.
Mate.
We'll let them two sort their production out.
You can catch me
Dangerous.
chilling with the
Oh,
Right,
yes,
yeah,
yes. Go on, then.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
So now
come on.
let me tell Squid about this. Let me tell
Yeah,
Squid
go
about
in,
this.
go in.
This is the first time we ever made music together.
Oh,
properly.
yeah, that's so romantic.
Outside of
So
Ben's
romantic.
kitchen. Outside of Ben's kitchen, this is the first music we ever properly made, like a tune together and stuff. And like we just sat down, and this was on the first night that I got there. We were just like gassed and like buzzing to see each other and like, yeah, we're gonna make some music, we're gonna do this. And I was a bit nervous, to be honest. So I was like, oh, what if we can't? Like, do you know what I mean? What if it just doesn't go anywhere because it's gonna be pretty awkward? Because I'm mates with this guy now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like.
So it wasn't the
when we
first
did
night
it.
that you met. It was just the first night that you sat down to make.
We'd met a few times before that. Before I'd like got the cash to come down, basically, or some shit. So I just played the riff to this tune, and like sang the first line that you hear, and then it just all kind of came from there. And then like the next morning we recorded everything with our verses, basically.
That's fucking
And then
beautiful.
we made this whole EP on weekend. It was a
Yo,
weekend, right? Lutz?
what?
It wasn't even like. Yeah,
One
drop it from the
weekend.
start again.
Come on
Put
then,
it.
let's
You
have
can catch
it.
me chilling
Luddy,
with
I'm
the
gonna solo
Turn it
you.
right
Just,
up.
You gonna solo me?
yeah.
Gonna crush the party, you don't know me.
Yes, yes. OK P inside.
OZ. Still sipping, ripping papers like the old me. Like the old me. You can catch me chilling with the homies. Gonna crush the party, you don't know me. We be smoking reefer by the OZ. Still sipping, ripping papers like the old me. Yeah, like the old me. If you blow a tree, plant seeds while clean. Don't just get your rocks off. Mama should've told ya. You end up as a stoner. A broke man down with no ambition. With each talk, my mind glistens. So your eyes listen and your ears feel real for a sec. Once I sign that deal, I'll be set. Bright years in the limelight. Feel pretty prime time. Already brought you the sunshine. Played you them good vibes. It's a nice one. Nice guy when I'm high, right? Nice guy when I'm high, right?
Nice guy when I'm high, so low, but I fly. Lifted from a life that I'll never put aside. Never wonder why I still try, cause it's life and it's nice to feel alive. Lonely nights go by, but it's fine, cause I'm in the trees and I'm opening my mind and your mind. So it's like you're everything I ever need and I'm right. You're smiling now. Sun shining down, so I'm sorry, and I'm here to hold you and tell you not to worry, never hurry, cause we know in green we love you and you love me, so it's lovely. Yeah, it's lovely. And now you're doing good, cause sometimes I don't feel I love you like I should, but in my hoodie drifting off, I see you smiling. This could be the best memory of times we took.
Never look back, so we doing good.
Gonna crush the party in the morning. We be smoking reefer by the OZ. Still sipping, ripping papers like the old me. Yeah, like the old me. You can catch me chilling with the homies. Gonna crush the party in the morning. We be smoking reefer by the OZ. Still sipping, ripping papers like the old me. Yeah, like the old me.
Sick.
Boom.
Mate, that's
So
cool.
rough, but
That was the first thing you guys did together.
that was the first one.
What was the production setup? Was it like
Owen
studio or was it?
Owen using acoustic guitar I borrowed from my dad, and yeah, I just have like it's like a hybrid one, so you can plug it in, so it was like direct line in, and then just a microphone, audio interface, iMac.
I think like this. It's no disrespect to the track at all because it was raw and it was sick, but you can hear like you guys have just met each other, like within a few weeks on that track, versus like the newer stuff where it's like you're vibing off each other, you're like you know each other's flow and like but there was something beautiful about that track that you just played that was like you could hear the Owen, no disrespect, but you sound like exposed on that track, man. It's like, man. I've just met this Berlin crowd and I'm trying to like get in with them, sort of like maybe I'm reading too much into it, but like that's what I sensed through that track was
I
a bit like
I think personally as well that I was in a very, very different place, very identity. Like I found my identity with this group of friends. Do you know what I mean? Like I found myself again because like I became like this kind of distorted version of what I thought I wanted to be, as opposed to who I actually was. You know, things that you take from like childhood, from your parents and like growing up. And then I met this group of people that were like from the same kind of towns as I'm from. And like we just connected immediately. And I think that comes across in the music as well as it being raw, is that there's a kind of feeling like when I listen back to it retrospectively, I'm like, whoa, this is like, you can hear this is where we were like, fucking hell, we've got
there's a vulnerability there. Definitely.
So I'm going to say one thing, like I want to play one more. Let's just drop the one with the Chinese violin in.
Which one's that?
Tell me you're not awkward salty rice cake. It's called.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so
awkward. That's very on brand for the virtual pub.
So this is the second week, the second time that I came. No, second time I came down actually, and we did this. And then the third time I came down, we did the night bus. Sunday Boy. We started Sunday Boy officially.
I can't wait to come out to Germany when this is done. You lot, by the way.
Mate, trust me. Track some drums, mate. Bring an electric kit with you.
All right, sweet.
Sorted. But yeah, you got it.
So I just got to send it over to the other laptop, innit?
All right, sweet. One second.
Out here on the virtual pub.
Here we go. Right,
more
so
exclusives.
bit of background about this one. Like this tune, honestly, like when we first did it, like before we'd even laid the verses down, when we did the hook, we were like, okay, like we got something here. So this one will like be coming with like proper video and proper campaign behind it, because I think Sunday this one is going to be like Sunday Boy will pop off this song basically. So like we shouldn't be playing this right now. So like this goes out to the Kyles, the Adams, the Jacks, the my mum, the Bens, the people that tune in every Friday. And if there's more people, sorry, but I don't watch the comments because I've only got one phone that's good for that, and I'm using that to do this. But like everyone that's tuning in every week, this is for you guys, because like you give us fucking life to do this, and like
straight up.
It's a virtual pub exclusive.
I'm so sorry.
Big exclusive. You shouldn't be hearing this. You shouldn't be hearing this.
Salty V every time.
Salty V shout.
Big up you lot in the comments. Let's take it through to the next
and
one.
Let's call it after this one, Squid, as well.
Yeah, sweet.
Last tune.
Tell me you're not worried, but it's too clear.
standing right here telling you I'm sorry, but lovers never fight fair. Tell me you're not worried, but it's so clear. Standing right here telling you I'm sorry, but lovers never fight fair. Oh, you lost and found throughout the world. Grab a boy or grab a girl, hug 'em till it hurts. So happy that you're bursting. I guess you found the perfect person.
It used to be just about the sex, all about the flex, trying hard just to get it in, and then find the next. And it used to be a call, not just a text, all about the breasts, and now we search for more and not less. I'm yours, more or less. Open up for me, we'll love me. I'm the design you need, so fuck with me. It ain't love you see, but trust we need when we ride, that's life, it ain't just a dream. Peaking, levels and heights we're reaching, it's you I'm seeing, it's you I'm seeking, that's decent. A life with meaning, your breathing calms me down. We've been around, we've been about, time running out. It was back then what it isn't now. Living loud, trying to make you proud, and we found this present, living presently. Betting on this dream, jump up a level, we revel in this revelry. This home is heavenly.
Tell me you're not worried, but it's so clear. I'm standing right here telling you I'm sorry, but lovers never fight fair. You know I love you and it's true. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Stuck up on the tube, my pearl of a girl. Submit your hearing to this tune and admit that you just grew. Nobody's perfect, but you're pretty damn close, girl. Your love's been a whirlwind, lost in love, I'm totally smitten. There's always a victim or a casualty, and I guess it had to be me. I don't wanna fall again, she's ignoring all my calls again. Guess you're bored of the comfort. Sometimes I forget that you're younger, and I'm a big kid still. I don't act 27. Forgetting all the lessons I learned because I puff on a herb. Love drunk stuck on a curb.
Boys will be boys. Play around again.
So dude, cut it. Cut that. That's all they're getting. You can't hit something.
Right. That's exclusives out here on the virtual pub. Right, I'm gonna pull this one together, ladies and gentlemen. Big up OK Penrice, big up Awkwardale, big up Raw. This has been the virtual pub. Big up everyone in the comments who's been sending the flame emojis in. Big up Kyle, he's an OG in here. You lot have been fucking amazing. This Friday thing is going to carry on.
Love you, man.
Regardless of what happens, this Friday thing is carrying on. Yeah, we're doing this thing. This is cool. We're going to carry this on.
Thank you.
Right, big you lot up. Thank you so much, Raw, for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. To take us out. OKP with another quick 16.
I can't. It's way too late, mate. It's way too late. I can't.
Right.
I'll have the police over.
We love you lot. Right. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow for another broadcast.
Drop
ladies and gentlemen.
the
This is
virtual pub tune on the way out.
Right. I got it. Right. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen. Man, we got samples for days up in here. Right, where's this one then?
DJ Yabs in the virtual club.
That's DJ Yabs.
And just a quick shout out as well. Shout out to the homies on Alastrasse and Neukölln. Big up Alastrasse 7. Watch out.
Yeah, buddy.
Big up the German crew. Which one is it? Come on, go on.
Big up Belly Boy as well. Obviously.
There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, taking you out on this next one. Big up OK, big up Raw, big up Awkwardale, big up Luca. I've been Man Like Squid. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for another virtual pub exclusive. Peace out. Boom.